Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly crafty master today, because today we are going to be kicking off properly our ongoing campaign, where we are going to be playing Crafty Games' outstanding fantasy RPG. There's a lot of mixing up the same word in one sentence. This is if you're not familiar with Fantasy Craft, it is a like a D20 license or OGL license based game. It uses D&D 3.5 as kind of a starting point, and then makes some pretty substantial changes to it, influenced quite heavily by the Spycraft 2.0 game that likewise used the D&D 3.5 as a starting point. It has some terrific rules in the core rulebook for converting over any material you want, particularly monsters or adversaries, from any 3.5 compatible, including PF1 stuff, into the game. So it has an enormous amount of utility for other stuff, and we are using that to play a campaign set in the world of Midnight. This is the Fantasy Flight Games classic setting of dark fantasy. The nutshell explanation is a world where Sauron won. It is a very much its own thing, and there are some things we'll learn about the game from that. But if your understanding is that this is a fantasy setting of kind of late medieval, where the villains won about a century ago after 3 ages of strife with the Free Peoples, that'll be a good starting point for what you're about to see. And joining me in this evil-plagued world are the stars of our Fantasy Craft campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing? First up, we've got John.
Hey everyone, I am John, and I'm going to introduce you to Edren Vale. He is a human. He is adaptable. He is a mystic specialty, but he is a soldier. And he uses the lance or spears to fight with, and just a little bit of magic.
Very nice. Next up is our resident armor smith, Dave.
Hey everyone, had to check, make sure I wasn't on mute. I am playing Layla. She is a human charismatic rogue assassin.
And last, but certainly not least, is George.
Hey everybody, I'm George. I am playing Kane Cooper, who is just basically a lowly thief. I mean, he's, you would just probably ignore him if you saw him on the street. And he's secretly a human savvy sorcerer mage, but just do not tell anybody.
Especially any legates.
Exactly.
So, the setting of our game is the world of Midnight, also known for the continent of Eridane. Our campaign will be starting, guys, somewhere around here. So sort of the borderlands between central Erenland and southern Erenland. We talked during our character generation session about some of the cultural divisions in the lands. The halflings, those who are still free, many have been enslaved, are traditionally live in the plains in the Westlands here. The human culture of the Dorns reside in the north. The Sarkazans, I think, is that right? I'm gonna look up to make sure I get it right. Sarkazans or Sarkozans, they are the ones who were part of the empire that the Dornmen had fled in the Second Age, or the beginning of the Second Age, and their culture largely dominates down here. And then there is a blending of the cultures that occurred in the Second Age or start of the Third. I can't remember when the Sarkozans came. And those are the Arenlanders, and then it's largely what all 3 of you are from. I don't think any of you are primarily Sarkozan. You are all kind of that common stock, mixed blood. Elves. Yeah. Speaking of the Fae, the elves predominantly live in Erethdor, the massive sprawling forest. This, incidentally, there is a scale on here. Yeah, look at that. It's about 3,000 or 4,000 miles across here, so it's a huge region. And the dwarves in the Caledron Mountains and the northern lands is where the orcs have come down in service to their master with the 4 Night Kings who conquered these lands a century ago. We talked during character generation and then also on the Discord as we were figuring out how George's character was going to fit in here, that you guys have connections to one another. Would you tell us a little bit about what those connections were?
I'll tell my part, John, and maybe you say how we then came together exactly, which is that in this world, as you may have guessed or know, magic use is outlawed, as well as many other things that threaten the establishment. So if you are a user of magic in any way, they're going to hunt you down. The Legates are going to come and find you and do terrible things to you. So because Kane is one of those sorcerers with some Fey heritage, in fact, fairy background to him, he often has to move around when things get a little too hot. So unfortunately, in the one town that town that I most recently was in, they were onto me, and Legates came to town potentially. I wasn't sure, but Legates showed up, and that just warning signs go off. And so then John, I can't remember how we said.
I'm just going to interrupt, George, because there's a couple things. Remember, for one, it's extremely rare for people to move. So
I meant within the neighborhoods, like
within the area. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And secondly, if a Legate does show up, and you were there at your level, you'd probably be dead. So it may have been like see an entourage coming in and you fucking booked, more so than.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, just because they like it is a. They basically have magic hunting beasts that they're bonded with, these spirit bonded animals. So the level of peril, it's not that I don't want to take away your the story you're trying to fabricate with your backstory. I just want you to perhaps consider the level of peril that mages find themselves in, and why it's so rare for this to be, for someone to be able to rise up against them.
Yeah, and actually, that I forgot about the fact that I had this sort of magic sniffing dogs. So yeah, and
bear or panther or
whatever.
Yeah.
And the other thing you had told me when we were making our characters, which is important for everybody to remember, is that as soon as you cast any kind of magic, like, they are going to find you. And if you have cast magic that lingers for a long time, they're going to find that. So I have picked spells that like happen in a flash and they're done, or last for minutes at a time, and that is it. Because like the last thing I need is to like have the traces catch the scent of which get caught by the hounds or bears or whatever might be out there, and track it right back to me. So I think somehow, John, I became aware that you showed some signs of magic ability, or how do you think that we first encountered each other?
I would assume that we stumbled across each other as magic was being used for whatever reason or other. Maybe it was combat or something where we had the results to using it, and we both, became aware of each other's powers.
So let's just talk about violence in this setting. Remember, weapons are outlawed. Literacy is outlawed. Travel between communities is almost non-existent. So the consequences of a fight are going to be very rare, for one, unless you happen to be traveling. Like, one of the things we talked about is with the other characters all being from the same community before. And Kane, one of the things that you have something about your backstory that makes you really quite a bit of an outsider, right?
Yeah. I have a parental figure who is not of human origin.
So perhaps what if Kane was one of the ones who was sort of an oddball lurking on the edge of the community or whatnot, and there was sort of with the Veils were telling their boys, no, you just stay away from them, particularly given that you have some kind of gift. Perhaps there was some encouragement for you to remain as hidden as you can. I remember. I think you're the older brother too, right? And it's Vern who's younger. Yeah.
Yeah, Vern is younger, but also larger in stature.
Yes.
So.
And then Layla is. How do we? Oh, you're from your community was a decimated community, right?
Yeah, her community was wiped out, and she relocated to the community where the Veils were.
Yeah.
And so she already got a bit of a, bitterness and wanting revenge against the Shadow. And she saw the Veils doing things that were not aligned with, being complicit or
we don't like
complacent.
bullies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she's like, okay, well, if these guys can help stand up to the Shadow, then I'm going to fall in with them because it's safer in numbers.
So knowing that you're sort of an outsider too, what if Layla and Kane had some kind of connection, and perhaps that's where seeing what Kane was capable of, you were like, look, this guy also, and that may be why when there was the word of the Legates coming to town, you guys got all, not only did the Veils flee, but Layla was like, Kane can do some magic too. Like, we got to get him out of here.
Yeah, Idrin has a touch of light, so he has a very weak healing magic that he can cast. So that leads him to being more willing to use it to help people. So maybe he used it to help Kane or Layla or some way or another.
I think I, thought there was safety in numbers, and Legates were coming, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, where are we going? What are we doing? Get me out of here.
And then when you guys returned, that is when you found the aftermath of what had happened to your community.
Yeah.
So where our Jeff unfortunately couldn't join us tonight, but we're going to assume that your brother
killed him on Wednesday. Yeah. So
exactly. Yes. He's already had his max of character deaths for the day.
He's had enough punishment for the week. He's gonna drown his sorrows at the Apple Fest.
Yeah, corn and apple. So our scene opens, guys. In the early evening, in a forest. Now, this is not the sprawling forest that the elves occupy. This is just a copse of trees where hopefully you'll be able to hide yourself. What we can see is that there is a meager fire burning, and there is, perhaps this is where you guys are making or taking stock of what you have and what you've been able to recover. Why don't you tell us, what do you have beyond, a campfire burning right now?
Not a whole hell of a lot.
I mean, like gear-wise, or?
Yeah. Got out of town with what I could cram into a backpack and a bedroll and a blanket. Like, there's...
Okay, I got some torches, 2 canteens, water skins. I guess 7 days of rashes. I got a fishing pole and a net for we were across the river.
That's good.
You guys are far more prepared than I am. I just took off running with a couple of things.
Yeah, my character has been he's a little bit trained in survival, and he knows his way a little bit around the forest, but he's not a ranger.
Did anyone bring flint and tinder?
Yes.
Okay, so we
awesome.
Know sort of why your fire will be burning, and then Kane as well has a unique knack of getting at least enough to feed himself.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fortunately for me, but not for. Oh, you did. Okay, great. Okay, good.
Okay. Sitting here around the fire. You could maybe see birds flying overhead, and your mind goes to some of the stories you may have heard about the legates and their ability to corrupt animals and send them out in seeking, or in seek of spellcasters, channelers, those who can work any kinds of magic. This is about maybe 5 hours after you left what was left of your community. I think at some point somebody finally said, like, there's not enough here. People were either taken or they were slain. And from the amount of carnage that was in your in the camp, in the community, it is pretty clear that there was a lot more injuries and a lot more bloodshed by the forces of Shadow. And you would have expected to find more bodies. But the rumors, of course, are that orcs, in part, feed their armies through the Fallen. You all are aware of the persisting threat of the Fel. Since the First Age, the dead, when not treated properly, do not remain still. And now that you are in the wild areas, and knowing that there are, well, I wouldn't call it much of a battle, what happened to your home community, battlefields are a particular source of this. Every other species in Eridane has customs that date back thousands of years to ensure that the dead do not return. But in such circumstances as battles, it's not always easy enough to address them. And so there is, of course, the possibility that before you guys returned, some of those sources of blood and viscera and other evidence of the horrible art that orcs can wrought with their sabers, they may have risen and wandered off. Now, why don't you... I'd like to know how much you guys know about the undead. So, do you have knowledges, or interests rather, that may relate to that? One thing I'll mention on your knowledge skills, make sure you put in your intelligence bonus. It does not automatically include that on the character sheet. So there's like a space for bonus.
Check bonus?
Check bonus?
Yeah.
Yes. Add whatever your intelligence modifier is.
Add intelligence bonus. I would do that, but.
So looking at this character sheet, then I can actually read. Now, thanks, John. I don't have anything specifically. The only thing that could maybe relate, but I don't know, Kevin, is I have a study called Life Outside the Walls. But I don't know if that's where you undead would specifically be.
Yep.
I feel like they would be more.
You can get +1 from that, sure.
I have,
cool.
I have spirit magic. I'm not sure if that would relate to undead.
Not the kind of undead. The kind of undead I'm talking about are they're corporeal.
Gotcha.
Spirits are treated as something separate from that. But anything else you think?
Legates of the Shadow, but that's specifically for, I think.
Yeah, and the Fel aren't. Like, they do make use of necromancy, but that's different than the Fel. So then, why don't you guys each give us a knowledge check? Just means if you don't have the interest, it means that you don't get a bonus for the roll. Sometimes if you got 4 points in a... Holy smokes, Kane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the words like that made you really wary of them, didn't it?
That's savvy bonus.
Yes, that's right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so what both Layla and Kane, what you are aware of, and I think this maybe speaks for Kane, for your sort of unnatural, not unnatural, but like expansive knowledge, and Layla, your experience just with your community having died. What you know is that I'm telling them
that there's dogs on their way.
There's dogs on the way. Is your bonus correct there, Dave? Is that?
Yeah, where's that 4 coming from? I have like total studies of 4.
I think there's something weird with that, Dave, because it gave me an extra +1, and I have total studies 1. And it
So
added
maybe
an extra
it's
1.
Maybe you're getting a bonus for every study that you have.
That seems
That's
strange.
I have 8
Maybe.
studies,
See, that's
so-
the way it works in Spycraft has a function like that. I don't think that's the way it
Oh,
works in
maybe.
Fantasycraft, though.
Yeah, but the what I chose for my background and stuff, I got like 8 total like interest in studies. So,
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
if
I
that's
didn't
the
get
case,
any ability bonuses though. So
Yeah,
So-
no,
Yeah, if that's the case, then I'm just going to reduce that 4 down to 0 and see.
Me
no,
too,
no,
yeah.
no. You guys keep it in because you roll 1d20. You add your int modifier and the total number of studies you know.
oh, I should have a +8 to my roll then.
Yeah,
That's wow. And I have a 3. That's crazy.
yeah. Okay.
And the
With
studies
my
are the
savvy.
interests, right?
Total studies are interests. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
Huh.
yeah, 25 for me then.
Okay. So
Jesus,
then,
I got a 30.
So that trading off of ability points for bonuses, that was a really good move. I didn't even know what that did.
yeah. So
I have
what?
mentioned I love this game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been telling Kev how backwards compatible it is with Pathfinder.
I told you
Oh.
that. What are you talking about?
No, no, you told me it was backwards compatible. I've been running through it and checking all of it, and
No, I've used it. I told you that. I used it for a previous adventure. I specifically told you the 2 books I
remember
used.
Funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're both taking
We have a-
credit. It's all good.
we have a collective memory now.
Yeah, jeez. So the what
We are Borg.
what you guys know is that Edrin would be aware with a 25 that and Layla that there are sort of stages that the undead go through. So when the Fel arise, they initially are in one stage, and they absent whatever might have obviously killed them, they kind of look like any other living thing. They then phase into a second one where they can start looking more like the unnatural cadaverous things they are, and that comes with a precipitous drop in their cognitive abilities. And they become more bestial and driven by their need to feed. And if that progresses further, they become the eventually cadaverous, still kind of wandering, desiccated undead we would expect of zombie films, or even to skeletons over time. And that progression comes generally either with a passage of time or with other features. What, Kane, you would be aware of with that 33 for your roll is, for one, it is absolutely hunger. If something feeds, they can persist in that first stage for a very long time.
Ah,
But they must feed on the living.
okay. That makes sense.
When they move into the second stage, it is because they have not adequately fed. And you would know, just because of that, being that, the primary repositories of knowledge over these years have been or at least one of the most reliable ones are the elves. The elves have a name for those 3 different stages.
Oh, okay.
They refer to the first as the Ungral.
Huh?
UNGR. I'll put it in chat. What am I doing? So the first stage are the Ungrawl. Those are the sentient and hungry. The second are the Faingrawl. And the final stage, the Male Growl.
Mm. Good.
Anna isn't a fan of the undead.
Oh, hey, I get it.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that you would be aware of as well is that the Ungrawl, while in that stage, because their primary driving force is their hunger, and if they are aware of it, the potential to lose themselves. If they do not satisfy that hunger, they can become incredibly pernicious and clever hunters.
Right, because they still have their sentience, so they could set traps and ambushes and who knows what, unlike sort of regular zombies that we would be used to in other media.
Yeah.
And because they're ravenous, they become rabid essentially because of the hunger, because they know that they are conscious enough to be aware of the fact that if they don't feed, they're not going to be conscious much longer.
Precisely. And if they start seeing that change, you have an added desperation that comes with that too. So
okay, oh, that's cool lore.
Yeah. It's also the dwarves
kind of scary.
It's a terrible fate. It doesn't happen with every single death, but it happens often enough. There is no afterlife in Midnight, however, because of the sundering. You are cut off from the afterlife, whether that be heaven or hell. And so ghosts and stuff are a spirit that would, John, your character's knowledge would likewise be, would likely have played a role in there.
Yeah, I mentioned during character creation, I loved that idea that that's why there's undead, is because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So do we, with the attack on the village that we just left, were their bodies left behind?
None.
Okay.
Which means either they got up and left, or they were taken by the orcs, because that is if you are not discriminating with what you eat, you can keep your army's belly full and ready to march just by consuming the dead. And there also is all sorts of other uses. I think that all of you would have heard about the terrible sacrifices that the Order of Shadow is required to consistently undertake. So for them to be taken, I'm just going to go and close my blinds. I'm certain my neighbor is doing something outside, and that's why she's going nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, I go nuts when my neighbor's doing something outside, so I totally understand.
I saw a meme yesterday, and it was, please stop wearing those crazy outfits when you're washing your car. My husband can't stop looking at you. And I was expecting it to be something raunchy, and it was a girl in a Chewbacca outfit washing a car.
That's great. Great and true.
Yeah, I would watch Chewbacca wash a car. Totally.
All right. So that is something that you you would at least be aware of. Would Kane, all of you would be aware, obviously, from your knowledge rolls of sort of what the likelihood is of some of those folks returning as fell. You are also, one of the downsides to the lack of education, to the lack of travel. Where the fuck are you going?
Well, yeah.
So I will tell you that Layla has heard of a town that is about 5 days travel to the west. The town is called Colne. I'll put that in chat.
Okay. Like COLM?
Yes.
Could I get a player notes handout?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Oh, that'd be great, John.
Thanks, John.
I have a feeling I want to keep notes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See George writing stuff down on the side.
I do my chicken scratch that no one else but me can read.
I will lose it because I have cats that get up here. So
Yeah, no, well, the nice thing about it is because I do it on my iPad and I have it all connected cloud-wise, we were talking about cloud stuff earlier, is that wherever I go, I can access my notes. So that kind of, it makes it like a way to do it. And I can do it quicker than, I actually can write quicker than I type, so. And I'll also draw things too, like we see a symbol or anything else that we come across.
Then what I'll do is, let me just, John, I'll put your notes under Edrin. Kane. Ooh, looking good. Dave, is that for a band?
No, it's the last piece of my chainmail halberd.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I need to do a square about that big, and then I can seam the bottom and top, or the bottom for the front and back. And it'll be done.
Awesome.
Unless I make long sleeves.
I feel like, Dave, we should have another camera that's just down on your hands making them, so everybody could learn as we're playing, like how to make armor. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, there's George. I'll add Jeff's as well. So we've got everybody.
I'll give a quick little. The main reason I do this is because of the ADHD-ish nature of my person. If I'm not doing something, then I'm wanting to jump in like all the time, and I'm like, I need to be patient because there's more than one person playing in this game, and so this allows me to sit and be calm and listen and let everybody. I found that the first year that I was playing with you guys, I was like trying to be in the spotlight all the time. I was like always jumping in. I'm like, oh, there's something going on here. Oh,
I never thought that. I never thought that way.
That's how I felt. So.
Well, I think
maybe
maybe that's the Canadian in you, because as an American, I'm like, you talk as much as possible.
Okay, there.
As you probably have noticed.
No.
All right, so everyone has their notes now. So there is,
Awesome,
as I said,
thank you.
town, Layla, that you've heard of that is about 5 days travel to the west. Where that is, whether it's along one of the old King's Roads, which are really only used by legates and armies of the Shadow and bandits at this point, that is an open question, but it does seem to be 5 days to the west. And you've heard the name of the sheriff of that community. Sheriff is said to be a human, an Aaronlander named Azan. I'll put that in chat. The reason that might appeal to you is that you have heard, the reason that was recommended to you, or at least the name came to you, is because it is a place that does welcome travelers.
Mm.
There are some places further north in the grasslands in central Aaronland where you may also find places to hide, because there are the nomadic people, the remaining free halflings, and then the nomadic tribes. They often will either trade in those locations and or they will winter there during particularly bad winters. This is the autumn, by the way, so winter will be coming in this. If I could coin a phrase.
That's good. I'm not going to forget that.
Yeah, write that down, George, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can I use that?
Definitely.
You mind if I take that? No.
I think there's money in them hills.
I like that.
So
winter blanket.
So what? But again, we are 5 hours off from what you witnessed, and I'd like you to tell us, guys, what is the person or place or the part of life there that is occupying your character's mind. We're not going to. I thought about starting the campaign with like with things normal and then things going to shit and whatnot too. And I thought it'd be more interesting to have you guys sort of develop it in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it? Your families? Is there a friend? Is there a favored place that you would go to that was special to you?
Mm-hmm. I think, I don't think I had. I definitely didn't have any family here. I don't think I had many friends other than Layla, because I was trying to. It's hard to have friends and like keep the secret. It's just too dangerous. But I do feel like I probably had a place that I would a tavern that I frequented, like a Cheers kind of place for me. Like it was like. I walk in there, I know people, but it's very, people come and go, and it's no deep conversations, and most people are, of course, drinking, and you no one's really paying attention to what anybody else is doing. But it felt like the only home that I had, because I kind of lived in squalor, and tried to always keep a low profile. So it was like the one place where I felt at home. It was like it was a dingy place. It wasn't particularly nice. I don't have a lot of money to spend, nor do I want to look like I'm spending a lot of money. But it was just the vibe of the place was comforting. Like just a fireplace, was always on. Like it was just the right temperature. The people were funny. Like it was, the people who worked there were great, even if they were curmudgeonly. Like, the servers were like, cranky, but they were still fun.
Yeah.
And the bartender, the barkeep who also owned the place, I was just like a whole group of people that I really enjoyed being just around, even if I wasn't talking to anybody. It just felt like the one spot on this entire. It's not Earth. I forget what the actual term is for Airland.
Aerith.
All of it. Aerith. That's right. Aerith. That I felt at home for once, and I had just found this place and been there long enough to fall in love with the place and the feeling of being there. And now it's gone. These people, I don't know what happened to them. It's not like they're my family or friends, but I do care about them. Yeah. And I really am concerned about their fates.
If you want to have
do what I could.
A real dark twist to it too, it could very well have just like a quasi parasocial thing. Where you sort of lurked in the corner and whatnot, and you overheard what people were talking about, and because you were just a good listener, you were able to piece together what was going on. You were never involved with any of it, but you just had that sense of so-and-so is going to joke with so-and-so today, and so-and-so is going to be whatever. Yeah. That same sort of familiar, it's what you get in the internet age, right? With YouTubers or whatnot too, but instead of that, yours is much sadder because it's in the same room while you're watching everyone else live their life without ever actually interacting with it.
Yeah, totally. No, I love that. That's great. I'm kind of like Strider back in the corner.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying, my surroundings and the people. And I know these guys are going to get to a fight space. This is going to be fun. Let's see how this turns out. Because they're both totally drunk and they're not going to actually hit each other. So I'm just involved in the cursorily in what's going on in this establishment and this world of people. Yeah. But now it's boom, it's all gone just in a blink of an eye.
So we would see while you're sitting around the fire at this little, pond or whatever that you've managed to set your camp next to. Kane briefly had a flashback to perhaps in the busy, active, thing, him sitting in the corner, his eyes, dancing in the reflected firelight where he sits in the shadow as these other people are enjoying themselves in his reflected thing. And then we cut to the aftermath of the battle. All the thatch roof burned away, the things overturned, obvious signs where people have been struck down, and utter stillness, the hearth, cold, and nothing remaining.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the feeling. Yeah, for sure.
And Layla.
That's great.
Yeah, for Idrin, it's like a little bit of the opposite. I mean, he had a home, a family. He worked on a farm. He was working with folk remedies and folk songs, and he probably frequented the tavern that Kane went to and talked to him occasionally, and got to know him there. And now it's all gone. Like, his life was just starting to settle after the chaos of learning he could cast magic, which was a huge thing, and he had to hide. And that's probably the only thing keeping him going right now, is that Kane, somebody he knows, is still here that can share that with him.
And that's got to be an interesting thing too, because like Kane would talk about the stuff, but he's talking about it by observing, not by participating. So he'd be like, oh yeah, like so-and-so. There's got to be that, if you're looking for a place to place, I guess, that emotion that you're feeling of that loss, it might be an easy trigger for someone to be like, oh yeah, and so there. You're like, you didn't even know him, man. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, and Kane probably got some of his information from Layla, because she would go to the bar too, but she's the social one, and so she would have been walking around talking to people, and so she might have like spread some information to Kane, and then Kane probably absorbed it, and it was like he was there.
Yeah, yeah.
He heard the conversation. I'm like, dude, you didn't hear that conversation. I told you.
He's like, oh, whatever. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
It's like, yeah, and you knew those guys were gonna fight, because I was pissed off at that other guy, and I hit him in the back of the elbow, and it spilled his drink on the other one. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Where do you think you guys came across your weapons?
We discussed. Was Lita, were you having that whole night thing where you had to go retrieve weapons, or did you switch?
No, I did not have that. I
Okay. Is that someone else?
just grabbed a couple of daggers.
Gotcha. Because I know I probably stumbled across, because my character would have used spears. That's basically one of the few things you can make offhand and hunt with. Mm-hmm. He probably came across his lance, discarded by the side of the road on one trip out in the woods to go hunting, and picked it up and started using it.
Okay. And Kane,
I think mine was kind of a family. No, you're good. A family heirloom, but not in the sense that it was a valuable thing unto itself, like made a valuable. There's no gems or encrusted or anything like that. It's just like a basic long knife, and I left of his family, and he keeps it hidden, obviously, at all times, but not just because it's a weapon, but also because he doesn't want to lose it for personal reasons.
Mm-hmm. So for Edrin, we've talked about your younger brother and yourself. Did you have any other siblings?
I would say, yeah. He probably had a sister that was 5-6 years younger than him.
Okay. So both your parents were still living?
Yeah. So he's there's the fire is not the only thing keeping him warm right now. Mm-hmm. Rage.
Where did you hide your lance and your harpoon?
We had the harpoon. It would have been out near the edge of the woods.
Okay. Just
because some kind of old tree stump that he pulled some bark off and found a nice little spot for it.
Sorry, you hit a lance in a tree stump?
Yeah. You ever seen a tree struck by lightning that just hollowed out on the inside?
A stump?
Oh, so not a stump. That's like the remnants of a tree.
Yeah, remnants of a tree.
Yeah, remnants of a tree. Okay.
Kevin's thinking.
I'm thinking like a really big tree trunk.
Yeah, 2 foot tall stump, and that's you got thinking different things.
If it's a hollowed out tree, that's awesome. Okay, then
and Layla is. For her, this is the second time that the shadow has come and eradicated a place that she had already gone through this and lost family and friends, and then she had latched on to the Veils and connected with Kane, and she was finally opening up again and making friends with people in town, and then this hits, and it's just set her right back, and she's more bitter than she could possibly imagine she'd be at this point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I think she's always got weapons on her, even though they're outlawed. It's just they're not like open daggers with like big hilts or anything like that. They're more like a fine little stiletto that she can hide, and she refuses to go anywhere without a weapon but at the same time, yeah.
Okay. Everyone gets an action die.
Nice.
Action.
Oh, wait a second. And Kevin.
And I also get one too.
Not sure this is a good thing.
So it sounds like you have made your way here with minimal amounts of discussion with one another. Edrin is the woodsman more so than the other two characters, so perhaps he took the lead to get things ready. Layla got the fire going, and Kane, you've managed to, once again, somehow you stumble across the... Do you think it's like you hear something whispering to you that you find the food, or is it just a matter of you instinctively know where to look and you can find enough to feed yourself?
I think I instinctively, it's like when you learn a language when you're a kid and you're not learning grammar and vocabulary, etc., but you just absorb it.
Yep.
I've absorbed that, and so I don't even know how to teach anybody how to do it for themselves. But I just know, like, hey, just go here and get this, and like you can eat this. This is fine. This is safe, and it's nutritious. And then if you add it with this and that, that's a whole meal.
Yeah.
But I could, it's just like
Pile of
quick, and
mushrooms.
that's all I can do.
Pile of mushrooms and some berries that aren't even ripe. What are you talking about?
So
yeah, I think it's not knowledge based. It is for sure instinctual.
how long do you think you've been at the campfire before you guys begin discussing what you're going to do?
What do you guys think?
Maybe an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
At that point, it's just enough to sit down, kind of go over what happened, process it, because you've been doing it the whole walk there, but now you just everything settles and you start figuring out what you need to do.
I think Layla's left the campsite twice already since we started the fire. She's like started the fire and then walked around the campsite to see how far you could go without seeing the fire. Making sure that it's not visible from far away.
About 20 feet of bright, what I've assumed, the illustration notwithstanding, is actually, there's a bit of it's not a canyon or a valley or anything like that, but it's a little kind of, nook or depression where you've got your fire. So it's going to be visible from a limited direction, and also it's quite heavily wooded here. So there's a lot of things to obstruct line of sight, and you kept the fire relatively small, so the tendrils of smoke that are going up are going to be minimal as well.
And not that they're necessarily there, but they are in the image. There's birds or bats or whatever is flying around. Have I heard whether the legates use flying beasts to hunt people?
I think you can give us what interest do you think that might apply for your knowledge?
I was thinking potentially South Ireland.
Okay.
But that's I think that's the only one that would be.
I buy that. That's
okay.
Yeah. That's it's because what they use is often reflective of where they are as well, because of the way that the creatures. Give me a moment here.
Well, I'll just roll, see what happens, and then you may not have to look at anything. Well, it's not terrible. 17.
It's not terrible.
South Ireland.
What you have heard is, hold up, find.
I think for me, I do have a healthy sense of paranoia. And so I'm always looking for the way out or the way that I'm going to be spotted.
Are you just
and
looking?
We have a group,
or are you?
I'm wondering if I need to look into the sky. Like the description of where we would have chosen to build this fire makes total sense, and I would feel comfortable with that from not being able to be seen, from most angles. But then as I was looking at the picture, I was like, oh, wait a second. Maybe like in Lord of the Rings, there could be some kind of flying creatures that might be spies.
Yeah.
Or giant bat riding orcs.
And,
Who have bombs too.
right.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
I've got Legate to the Shadow, so if maybe Kane mentions that, I might be able to.
Sure.
track my
Yeah,
memory too.
give us a knowledge
I
check.
definitely will. I'll definitely mention that to you. Oh, nice.
Okay. So I'm just double checking here.
I love how the system handles knowledge checks.
Yeah, it's
I was just gonna say that.
really, really great that everything feels, I think, like, the things that your character is supposed to be good at, you should feel empowered by that.
Yeah, it's like, because my character has 11 intelligence, which is the bare minimum to do any spellcasting stuff and whatnot. I only get 2 spells because it's a minimum of 2. But knowing that I have some specialties offsets that. It's like, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, just the idea that knowledge is treated in a very different way makes the whole knowledge system and having knowledge, having studies really fun because you're creating your own. You're saying one of my other ones is the life of a gambler. It's just interesting and covers a lot of territory, but not too much. And who knows when that would come up? But it's just sort of fun. But if it does come up, there's a good chance I might know something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's the same. Like I got a +2.
So that there are beasts, kind of like if you've. Well, again, you wouldn't have read about it, but perhaps if there has been any tell of wizards and the bonds they can have with some of the wise creatures that are embodied by spirits that inhabit Eridane, the legates have a twisted and corrupted version of that they call Astaraxes.
Aha.
And Astaraxes, you would know, are the hunting hounds. Sometimes, quite literally, other times they can be in any variety of beasts. But they are similar. This would not be for folks who are inhabitants of Eridane, this would be just the way you would always expect things to be. But most spirits are not able to manifest themselves independently. They need to embody the corpus of something else. Demons, for instance, will do so. Same will angels or other benevolent things.
Oh.
Nature spirits can inhabit bodies as well. The Astaraxes are something similar, but much more horrific. You cannot tell, I think, with those roles, whether they are bred individually, but what you can tell is that any animal you can imagine in any area, ranging from as exotic things as, owls, to wolves, to dolphins, to horses, to oxen. But what is universally true about the Astaraxes is that all of them appear as twisted, cancerous horrors. Their bodies reacting almost to whatever it is that infects them.
So it's not a standard German Shepherd that comes running up to you. It's like Resident Evil 3.
That is exactly, yeah.
Corpse rot dog. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Fall out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So
you
don't-
also combine
okay.
that with these things that seem to unerringly track magic. Whether that is something that is inherently magic, like a possessed being, whether that is an artifact from one of the lost ages, whether it is a spellcaster who has recently used magic. So you know that the Astaraxes, in answer to your question, when you see those birds flying by,
Yeah.
you hope they have no unnatural buboes on them, which would be indicative of an Astrax as opposed to just some simple creature.
Yeah. Yep. And I can't see them that clearly. So I think my instinct that's just there all the time is to immediately, I think maybe we're having this conversation and then suddenly just coincidentally they fly by and I'm like, this can't be coincidence. And like I immediately like get all these things go through, in my head, like in a split second of like, we're good, they found us. And then they keep going, I'm guessing, and then I kind of like, okay, oh God, I hope that's not coming back to haunt us.
Edrin.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
There's a fire in his chest, but he feels numb. It's just he wants to do something, but there's nothing here to kill. And his brother wasn't with the town, so he's hoping to run across him soon.
Yeah.
And he's probably leaving tracks that they know how to follow each other. Specifically so he can catch up to them.
Perhaps you were separated when you saw something circling back to the town. The telltale sign of dust on the road, and nothing good could be coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys think you did or you tried to uncover while you were in town before you left?
Other than looking for survivors, I'm not sure. Maybe information like
stopped.
Like if we could find out
wondering, John, if we would stop by your home.
Oh yeah, he would definitely wanted to do that. He would also, yeah.
What was the other thing you were thinking of? Maybe we would look for.
If it was a way to identify which of the legates did this.
Oh, are they? Is there like a?
There might be maybe a calling card, like some of them use when they get rid of a town, or
I don't think you know enough to know the distinction between the two of them. Like the legates in number, for one, legates go in all sorts of different varieties of importance. So you can legates are one of the things that they have quite cleverly kind of kept as a recurring element in the campaign, regardless of how powerful you get. Where there is division is between different forces among the Shadow. At this point, I don't think your characters would be able to appreciate that until you start actively encountering them in the campaign.
Yeah.
So there can be the differences there. The other thing you would be aware of, just because they are spoken of in hushed tones, is the Night Kings. The 4 former heroes of the Third Age, corrupted by the Shadow, who brought about ruin to the kingdom of Erinland. Legates can be influenced by the 4 of them. But I think that in broad strokes, what you guys would know is those corrupted kings, I think just in kind of like, fairy book or fairy tale kind of broad identities. There is the general, the elf, the necromancer, and the dragon. Legates in working in connection with any one of those may have some influence. What you do know, oh yeah, you know what, you have not seen who is here, so perhaps one thing you could do is you could have looked around to see if there was any sign of that. Now, the way...
Before we move on, said elf, general, dragon, and what?
There is a general, the elf, the necromancer, and the dragon. Gotcha. Those are the 4 Night Kings.
And are they, Kevin, I had one question about, which is, would we know if they were like, are they like twisted in the same kind of way that these, the other things are? you know, like you know, with Bubos and whatever, that kind of thing, or do they just like, right? We don't know at all.
Don't know at all. The Night Kings themselves are. It's because of 100 years of aggressively imposed ignorance that what stories would have been passed down is that these were heroes, champions of good in the Third Age, and in now what is known as the Last Age, or so the sages call it. The Night Kings are the most potent servants of the Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing. On the cover of 2nd edition, you have the 4 Night Kings riding forth.
Oh, that's who they are. Okay, that's not good. Now that I look at them.
This is, I would say,
That's awesome.
a bit of propaganda on the part of the Shadow, because they would not, as far as you've heard, the servants of the Shadow, cooperation is something anathema to them.
Well, this was just photoshopped. They took pictures of them independently, and then
Exactly, all separate places. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I'm not gonna be in the same room as that motherfucker, so you're gonna have to.
Yes.
Yeah. But so that's maybe one of the things that's spinning around. One of the things that's expected too is like you're gonna learn about this stuff over the course of the campaign as you take up arms to go up. You as the players are not going to remain ignorant, nor were your characters of what is going on. But that's part of learning the setting, right? Is starting at the starting point of what the fuck are what are we going to do? Where are we? Layla, what I was going to ask is, you are the only one who knows about the possibility of Colne, and I think it's probably been out of your mind for years now. How or when do you bring up the possibility of a place to go?
It's probably like since nobody else knows where to go, they're just like, well, we're just gonna live in the forest. I'm like, we can't stay here. We'll go to Colne. They're like, what? It's like, yeah. I think it's about 5 days west. Mm-hmm. We can follow the road, but stay off the road. And that'll lead us to this town, but I don't remember much about it, just that there's maybe more openness to travelers. We won't stick out.
If it's still there when we get there, you never know.
True.
But it sounds like
it sounds like what, King?
Our only option. And I think the way Layla would know this. Like Kane is usually, even though he's not participating, if anybody like winds up talking as they bump into him or whatever, he's usually relatively seems to be in good spirits. But like right now, he's just like, along with the other two, I'm sure, like really, in a down mood.
Mm-hmm. So, Edrin, sorry, is it Edrin or Edrin? You said
Edrin.
Edrin? So
Edrin. Okay, cool.
Edrin has suggested he's going to see if he can determine who, like, get to put a name to whoever this legate was that raised the village.
Yeah, kind of see that as like an overarching goal of his, because revenge.
Yeah. So, what I'd like then is, since Edrin was the one who commenced it, I think it'll be an investigate check, and we can make it a cooperative check. So both Layla and Kane could assist with that. Remember, no penalty to using an untrained skill. It just means that your threat range is a 1 to a 3. Edrin, are you trained in investigate?
I am trained in a lot of skills, but yes, especially investigate.
Okay. So then why don't you give us why don't we do the assisters first, because that'll add either 1 or 2 depending on what they get. Layla and Kane, you want to give us investigate checks, assuming you were helping to piece together, whether that was investigating the scene or piecing together things afterwards.
I'm not amazing at investigate, but I am trained in it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So the difficulty is a DC 15 to assist. So, Layla, because you are not trained in investigate, a 1 to a 3 is a threat range, and I can trigger a threat.
So it's really just better not to attempt, then, as you're saying.
No,
Okay.
not at all. It's just because
Why?
normally you can also add action die to results, and remember, action die explode.
Yeah, I'm going to do that after you finish up giving Dave an error.
I'm just going to spend some of my action die to bank something that is going to be happening from this.
Ah,
Okay.
all right.
Happy to help.
Oh, by the way,
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
No, Dave, it actually, this is what makes the game fun.
Definitely, yeah. It was John and I who
here we
played
go.
it the first time together, and that was one of the things where he had this great, like, it was, I can't remember what it was. It was your, like,
Intimidation.
Yeah. And you rolled a 3, and it made for a really fucking memorable session. So then
it exploded like 3 times. It was great.
So 1d4 exclamation mark,
one-
please, Kane.
There we go.
Okay.
I got it to a 10.
All right. So then, Etran, would you give us an investigate check, please?
Okay. George, I also remember you got that ability. You added +2 whenever you boost your dice. I thought I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yes. So it would have been.
Because I also have
thank
that
you for a
ability.
reminder.
There's a similar ability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It is Grace Under Pressure.
Luckily, I am trained in this, and my threat is only a 1.
The Grace Under
jeez.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gain +2 bonus with any roll you boost with an action.
All right. I am going to spend a dice to roll that and get a +2 on it. So.
Honestly, that's not gonna
I mean,
help.
it might explode many times.
Oh yeah, Mike. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, give it a try.
That's true.
There you go.
Ching.
What?
That's a
So that makes it a
kidding me.
16. Okay.
That's insane.
So here's what you. I love this game. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
mean, it's not like it's what is champion with the huge damage dice potential because it's like a bonus to hit or something.
no, it is. But the thing is, you can add it to damage
That's
as well.
awesome.
But it is less. Because of I don't know. I don't find that the swinginess that you get in Savage Worlds, it's only action die in this that explodes, so it doesn't feel quite as bad. I don't mean to shit on Savage Worlds. Savage Worlds, I've had some enormously fun things, just that every dice always exploding or having the potential to, it does get a little bit like, oh my God.
Yeah, and we have a definitely limited number of action die that we're going to use, and we're not always going to use them for that purpose.
Yeah.
We might use them for completely other reasons, like defense or healing or something else. So,
But this is exactly what's so fucking cool. One of the things that's
it's
very cool
awesome.
about this
That is
game.
awesome.
So that's
Oh,
incredible.
Fantasy Craft is courting me with this, giving me high numbers.
Nice. So here's what you uncover, and Idrin, it's you who sort of notices this. The others are otherwise distracted, or perhaps doing something. Idrin, it is evident that there has been the use of some kind of magic here. In the course of this, there has been someone has used quite potent magic and flashy stuff. You would know that, of course. People say that the gods are silent here, and what they're choosing to do is ignore the one God that does still answer prayers. That God, of course, is Isrador, the shadow in the north. And one of the types of legates that serve are those who are of the Church of Shadow. I'm not sure you can make a distinction between the necromancers or other sorcerers, the priests of the Church of Shadow, or any of the shaman and witches to be found among the orcs, because they are said to have potent sorcerers as well. Their connection more to powerful spirits, cruel and inhuman spirits to be found in the north, of course. But it could be any of those three. A powerful orc sorcerer is unlikely down here, and a potent sorcerer clearing out a single village likewise may be unlikely, but sadly, the Church of Shadow has many devotees, and Isrador is generous to those who would serve him. So that's what you've picked up in the course of your investigation. Kane, Layla, anything you guys would want to have done or looked into? Kane,
I think
I happen to notice that your character, I believe it's once per scene, or is it once per session that you can request a hint?
You know what? I don't know which one it is. It's called Free Hint.
Yep.
You know, it's an esoteric name for it.
They hide it behind. They're using the
yeah.
What does
this mean?
Kevin Crawford approach to naming things.
Exactly. But yes, it's once per session.
Once per session.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I think he's not concerned exactly what happened here, except for one thing, which I'll say in a second. He's less likely to sort of like try to like connect with the universe and find an answer that he's not aware of consciously. I
think you can think of this as a meta level as well too. Like you don't necessarily need to be that like he's divining things. This is just
gotcha. Okay, cool. That's great. I think I want to save it until later because I think I think really what he's focused on is getting getting to this next town safely. So he'd rather like once they get into a more dangerous scenario, that maybe he might use it then to get a hint to get us out of that problem. But thank you for reminding me about it. Yeah, exactly. But what I would check is I would go to the place where I have my flat or common room, wherever I usually stay at night recently, to see if they specifically like did people come there and like purposely more intensely ransack that particular place as if they were looking for me.
Sure. Why don't you give us, let me see here. I think that'll be a search check.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so why don't you give us a search check, please?
Alrighty.
Are you advising it your... Oh, boy. That is a big roll. So I'll tell you guys as well, because they seem to use it in a lot of the... a lot of the adventures. The one adventure, compendium that was released for the game, they seem to make use of the sliding DCs option from the core rulebook. In which case, I think it's a good idea to use them for this campaign. An average DC at your level is a 13. Tricky is 16. Hard is 19. Desperate is 22. You rolled a 23.
Yeah. Well, I'm desperate.
We all are.
I think you are very confident that someone has searched in here. In fact, there are the markings of large animals.
Ah, shit.
Within here. So that's what you would have found in... Do you share that with your other two companions, or do you keep that to yourself?
I would have kept it to myself if I didn't know Layla. Like, if I just fallen in with these two randomly, but because... And when I mean know Layla, like, watched her, have all those interactions and felt like I was friendly with her, even though she's like, who's this random guy?
I will tell you, just for context, because... so Dave's, like, the illustration gives you the sort of, like, standoffish, hidey stuff. That's because she's quite good at that stuff. she's also exceedingly charismatic. She's a super likable person when she chooses to engage. So even though you guys are both outsiders, she's the kind of outsider who like is easily at home in almost any social situation she drops herself into. Is that fair to say, Dave?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
You're muted, Dave. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Tomo.
Yeah, so which totally fits into her, you know, in the last town we were in, connecting with people and starting to open up again and being more charismatic and seeing a different side of her that maybe Kane didn't see that right away. Or maybe he saw glimpses of it, but saw more of it. But yeah, she can charm the pants off people literally, and then take their money.
Yeah, and
but I mean,
well, and I think that I maybe over a little bit of time sensed that about you, and therefore I feel far more comfortable with you than anybody, and that is why when I come to you after checking this out, I say that they were after me. They searched where I stayed. I'm concerned for your safety, but perhaps there is still safety in numbers. If you choose not to have me with you, I would understand.
No, you're right. There is safety in numbers, and rather than have them find us and one at a time pick us off, I'd rather be here with you and with Idrin.
So that conversation probably happened in the ruin of the community. Would you two share that with Idrin and Vern?
We should tell
I would
the
defer
others.
to Layla. Okay.
Well, also remember, Idrin is a spellcaster too, so...
Yeah, well, and knowing that they've got this ability to track Kane, they could probably also easily track Idrin, so he should know the danger that's...
Yeah, and I think the only reason Kane was reticent was he didn't want Idrin to feel the same level of paranoia that Kane knows all too well, but he realizes that you're right. We've got to tell him anyway. I've got to let him know because he's in as much danger, and yeah, I've got to take the chance that it's not going to make him have to think the way that I do all the time.
Do you tell Idrin before or after you go to the Vale farm?
I think I'd have to tell them immediately after Layla recommends that I do. So I think it would be before.
Okay. So as you guys were taking in what was going on at the town, Kane went running off. Layla noticed it. They uncovered that. So how would Kane and or Layla tell Idrin and Vern about whatever it was searching your quarters?
Layla, what do you think? Should this news come from you or me or both? What would be the best? You know them better than I do.
I'll start it off, and you'll probably be able to explain it better.
Sounds good.
Well, either way, as soon as Idrin hears that the magic sniffing beasts were at your quarters, he immediately has to get home because that's where he lives. And if they're looking for magic casters, then his family would have been targeted.
Yeah, and this is why, I didn't want to tell him because, what if that is true? How is he going to feel?
Well, at this point, just
Whatever
because
happened
of
to his family?
his background, as far as his magic goes, he was not as careful as Kane would have been with his spells because his touch of light would have let him heal people and things. So he would have been helping his animals on the property more than he should have been. He wouldn't have been as cautious as you were.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have felt responsible for the entire thing.
Yeah, and so maybe I realized that actually, based on what Layla tells me about you, that you need a healthy dose of paranoia.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, assuming that in addition to trying to identify the legate, Edrin, you ran back and searched, perhaps you can give us a search check and Kane could assist with that?
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
At least I'm trained in it, but I'm not that great at it.
It's a pretty good roll.
Here we go. Maybe I might help you out. There you go.
Holy shit. So that is, and it's worth pointing out, remember, one of the neat things you can do in this game is you can increase over the course of your game, you can increase the, it's not called the threat range, it's the...
threat mod?
Oh, it's a threat range, it's not the error, of skills as well. So like Kane has a 1920 threat range with his spellcasting.
Yeah.
So 18 is not quite good enough, but that did give +1, so that's a 19 you got there, Edrin.
Did you need more to boost it?
No, you're good enough. Remember,
nice.
16 is sort of like a difficult check. 13 is like if we're bothering to check for something. 11 is, Kev, what are you fucking doing? Are you fishing for errors?
Yes.
Well,
Probably.
Exactly.
Fishing for errors.
Probably.
It could happen.
They ain't gonna spend themselves. So then, what you find, Edrin, is that yes, most definitely, something was in here, something large and predatory. You can see in the tracks, I think, Kane, you could mark them as the same.
Shit. I'll point that out if Adrian didn't realize that. These are the same markings I saw at where I was staying.
And it is not it's not quite the same parallel, but if I could use a parallel to the English witch hunters of the Reformation, kind of post-Reformation era, one witch is a witch. 2 witches is a coven.
Yeah.
Imagine which one gets more attention from the hunters.
The one they didn't know about.
So,
The one with the group. This is why it's bad when Solomon Kane is on the other side.
yeah. That's honestly, this is a non-sequitur, but like that's basically the setup for Paradar originally, was like, let's make all the villains, like what would be villain species and villain kind of setups for the classes they're using. Make all the villains the stars of the campaign, and have the heroes the villains.
I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot more like artifice to that campaign than it's
that suddenly makes a lot of sense now based on what the characters are. I was like, oh, that's how they got there.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So that is what you know and what you found here. How does Edrin react knowing that now both of you seem to have been the targets of whatever Asterax was brought here by its paired legate?
Makes me more eager to get away from here so it doesn't track us further.
Would Edrin, Layla, and Kane each give us a, let's see here, a notice check, please?
Yeah.
Nice roll.
Man, I'm rolling like gangbusters tonight so far. You know what's gonna happen the second half
Also,
of the game.
way behind. Everyone gets a action die as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know, guys, I think. Okay. Everyone satisfied with what they got, or anyone want to spend action die?
I'll spend one. Might as well spend it, right? Then
Sure.
Yeah, do it.
Can't take it with you. There you go.
Oh, man, what
me
is
a
it, John?
17.
You always
Nice.
explode.
Like I said, this fantasy craft game is courting my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we said, everyone has their game, right? I think we found John's.
That's
Dave's
right.
is 3.5, because on Fridays he rolls nothing but 20s when we play 3.5.
Only with Vargosh, really.
Yeah, fair.
Vargosh in the Barrow Maze for some reason. I don't know.
All right, so what, let's see, that gives you a 17 then.
Yes.
So our highest is a 21. Kane, this actually perhaps fits, given how paranoid you are.
Mm-hmm.
It also may provide ex post facto justification for why you are concerned about those birds. As you are searching the Vale farm, sadly in vain for any source of... do you have a name for your younger sister?
Amelia.
Amelia.
Yes.
I will unfortunately share there is blood in the main room as well. Somebody was quite badly injured in the main room. And perhaps it's while you're doing that, Kane, you are diligently searching the windows, taking a look outside. And there is a overly large and certainly unseasonable shadow that is circling above the town.
Oh, shit.
You would know, of course, that there are certain carrion birds, you know, those of the Korvax kind of line in particular will come and feed, but there's nothing to feed on here. There's viscera and there's the smell of it. There is no flesh. There's no tasty aqueous humor that crows and ravens enjoy so much. But there is something that sets your stomach as a cold stone. Something is watching.
And I think I'm kind of, you know, just focused on that, and I kind of reach back because I know Layla's kind of standing nearby, and I get her shoulder. I'm like, Asterax.
No.
Fortunately, the attention that the town seems to have received as far as burning the thatch roofs, the farm has escaped its attention, so you are within.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a question. Was it there when you came in? Or is it only here since you have entered? In which case, it may or may not know that you were here.
I think it's due to all the distractions of the emotions going on for all of us that I wasn't paying attention the way I berate myself for not noticing if there was there or not there, but it's something I can do now.
What are you guys going to do?
Can it bleed? Can it die?
I do not know what can kill these things.
Idrin would
I
know.
think it's better we... Oh, okay, go ahead.
So it is because of your spirit knowledge, or spirit magics, assuming that the Asteraxes are like every other spirit, they have physical bodies that they need to occupy. Those can die, like any other bodies.
Yeah. So I don't know if the spirit itself will remember between bodies, but we can definitely kill its outer body.
You would know it will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And nothing carries
Okay, so then it's best to avoid its notice unless we can kill it without it seeing us.
Right, because we don't want to injure it and let it alert. If it doesn't know we're here, we don't want to alert it.
Well,
But
even if you kill the body, the spirit is still there, and if it finds another body, it could report.
I have found it is best to leave no trace. We should try to leave here without it seeing us in the first place. They know we're here already. They were looking for us.
Well, it is my farm. I know a few ways that we can possibly take to get out without giving it much, leaving cover. But
from what you guys had rolled before for some of your knowledge checks, you will know that the prevailing theory is that Asteraxes can trace magic, if you think of it like a pungent smell that comes with its workings.
Mm-hmm.
The more we make use of it, or if you do that, creates that stench that they can sense from a longer range, and they can then follow. Fortunately, I don't think any of you have used magic since, and you can tell me if you think this is different. It doesn't sound like any of you would have used magic since returning and searching around through the ruins here, right?
no. If we come across a survivor, somebody wounded, Eden would have definitely used his magic, but no.
We would have stopped you.
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I think if we come across you and we've already know that this Asterax has been to the village, we'd be like, don't use your magic.
Yeah, and I think maybe, John, I'd turn to Edrin when you kind of suggest like that you know some ways out of here. It's like, whatever you do, do not use your magic. We will be dead. And I'm saying like to impress upon him because I know he's doing it for the right reasons. Like he's not wrong, but like I'm just like, this is not the time.
But even helping a wounded villager who's like been left behind would be like there was nobody left behind, but even if there was, but like,
Yeah.
What kind of life are they going to have with the village destroyed? What's their survival chances? Even if you heal them, let them deal with what they got. We've got bigger fish to fry.
I suggest we leave a message here somehow, Edrin, for your brother, in case he comes, so he knows where we have gone, but only in a way that he would be able to understand. Unless he knows unless we've already told him, but I don't know if he was there for that conversation.
Yeah.
We point an apple.
Edrin says we have ways of communicating without seeing each other. I'll leave a trail that only he can follow.
Cool.
Let's leave an apple pointing in the direction that we.
Oh,
As Jeff said, Morton Applefest or whatever.
That's right.
It's a corn and apple fest. I love that you picked the one of the two that is a sphere instead of one that's actually like could be an arrowhead or something like that.
Yeah.
So one thing you would know, it is the use of magic that Asterexes will track, not sorcerers themselves.
Oh, good. Okay. That's good. Okay. So yeah. So I definitely would have told Edrin, like, do not cast. Whatever you do, just don't do it.
Okay.
At least right now.
So we're a little late on this. We did start quite well, we're an hour late, but why don't we take our mid-session break, give you a moment to contemplate how you want to do that, and we'll come back and see how we found ourselves at this campsite. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right.
Been looking forward to this game all week.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It was great, and then
I get excited anytime you run Pathfinder First Edition, and now we're playing Fantasy Ground. I'm like, I'm just as excited.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it's been cool getting to know the setting as well, and I'm really trying to make sure I don't. I want to like really sink my teeth into the core source book before I start branching out into the other stuff. Because what I'm more inclined to do is just read little tidbits here and there that I think are interesting, rather than like get the core understanding first of the setting and then going from there. Because there's enough things that are interesting tweaks to the general, D&D style settings. Like giants have a tragic backstory in this.
Mm. It makes sense. I mean, giants would be considered, creatures capable of great war, and they would have probably used and abused and thrown away.
It's a lot worse than that, actually. It's really fucking cool. Like, it is one of the things I want to highlight in the setting, because I don't think I've used giants significantly other than like
Night Below.
Yeah, we've used a thing, but that was I think those were only like maybe 6 sessions, right? So like it's a sign of how memorable Gallenmere and his folks were that we still talk about them. But I think I definitely want to include that in here. Eberron's got a fucking awesome backstory for their giants as well. But I haven't.
I love that whole arc, especially when Druin threw a lake at those guys.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We're back to the danger room tomorrow too, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah, Robert said he still would like some more training with superhumans, and I think having you and Will come out on top of some supervillains would be nice for Will, because you've beaten the hell out of supervillains already, but that fight with Black Paladin just went.
Yeah, with the speedster, there was pretty much an equal fight, and we came out on top. But without the speedster, it's like,
yeah.
How do we handle those demons better?
Well, he's a tough. Oh man, the demons! Remember that the first hit? Holy smokes! Yeah, it's it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I think we get to use the ultimates, which are like a classic enemy from Champions as well. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully, if all 4 of us are going to be there.
Jeff not. I think Jeff's at Corn and Apple, or he's golfing. He's still in golf season. So, why doesn't everyone take a action die as well?
Okay.
Because I'm gonna start spending some.
George when he gets back. So.
Okay.
I really like how these characters came together.
Definitely.
I kept my my notes from my notepad for when I put the character together, so in case I forgot what one thing did, it's like, oh, here's my creation notes. Yeah,
like I feel it. I'm interested to see, as you guys are gaining levels, how much complexity comes with it, because I made 5th level characters for Spycraft 2.0, and the complexity does get it amps up pretty quickly in the levels, but I'm curious to see whether that is substantially more than, like, say, with PF2 or with D&D 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I ran into a small child.
That is the risk of when you travel, you may get a random encounter.
Well, you never
got an action point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you got an action point.
I thought, coast was in the clear. It was 8, almost 9 o'clock at night. But he's
still on UK time.
Awake.
Okay.
He's in a good mood, so that's good.
So, that is excellent news. I mean, listen, and he had his first week of school this week, so, it's a reason to be excited on a Friday night.
Exactly. And we literally were like, all right, that's whatever. Just we're gonna make it a relaxed night. He could stay up extra.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome.
And tomorrow we're all gonna go see Muppets in Space at the theater.
Oh, cool! Is that a new film
Yeah,
or is
so
it
that'd
a
be fun.
replaying?
No, it's the old one. We're seeing it at the New Beverly Cinema, which is Quentin Tarantino's theater. And every Saturday and Sunday, he shows family films at 2 p.m, which is really cool.
That is
and it's
awesome.
filled with kids. I mean, literally, it's packed. You like can't get a seat. It's great.
That's super cool. Okay. Although I have to ask the question that I've been asked: how much of the screen time in Muppets in Space is devoted to Superman? Because that would decide on whether.
You know, I would take Darwin to see Superman, but for a few things.
There's a yeah,
in the
oh
movie.
yeah, oh yeah.
But I've seen it twice at the theater already.
My parents were out. They're like, "Oh, we just saw Oppenheimer, and we think it's really great." And I said that, like, as a joke, thinking they were going to get it. I'm like, "Well, how much screen time is devoted to Superman?" They're like, "Kev, Superman's not in this film." I'm like, yeah, no, that's good to know. Thanks, Mom. All right, so
That's great.
yeah. Like they're definitely not sundowning. Like they're not. There's no dementia or anything like that. They're
Right,
definitely
no,
not as.
I get it.
But they know they've had like almost 50 years with me and my bullshit. So like they should know it by now. But
Yeah, no, yep.
all right, so guys, one of the things that you can do with your action die is you can make small amendments to the scene. You can have narrative control. So, for instance, I happen to mention that there was, it was the fall, the autumn, when you guys are, someone's up. It was the autumn when,
Yeah.
when
I didn't realize. Do you guys remember if it was at 6 that you learned mooning?
probably around then.
Apparently that's what's going on here.
No.
Sorry, that's it. He's out the door.
I mean, let's just assume he learned it in Scotland, right?
I'm just gonna blame everything on that.
Yeah. So one of the things you could, for instance, do is, because there are 3 players, for the low cost of 3 action die, you could, for instance, say, well, this is the late autumn, Kev. There are probably or this is the autumn at least, there is probably a fall harvest still in the field that we may be able to conceal ourselves with.
Mm-hmm.
And also grab some food to take on the road.
Well, that would require milling and what, assuming it's like wheat or something like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or we can keep it the fucking corn theme.
Corn on the cob.
Yeah. Corn is
I like the first idea.
Yeah, but this is Eridane, not Europe, so yeah, there could be corn there. So
I'm happy to spend action dice for that. What do you guys think?
Okay.
Are we going to get in trouble with Farmer Maggot for stealing his crops?
It's my farm, and
I
I
mean,
think it's okay.
Farmer Maggot is
He's filled with maggots.
He has bigger problems to deal with.
I did mention that Adrian did know a few ways out from the farm that might conceal them.
Sure.
So that plays in.
Yeah, 1 action die each, please. And
let's do it.
So there is that out there. So what are you guys thinking? Whatever it is that's above, it definitely seems to be circling. There are no dead animals here. There are no things, the legates, or at least the agents of the shadow, they often collect tithes from communities. And those can be unpredictable and very often are quite onerous, keeping towns on the precipice of starvation or collapse. But there are no animals left here either, whatever they took. I will tell you, this is not unheard of, but it is excessive for the response to finding a sorcerer in the midst of a town. This is unusual.
But 2.
Interesting. Or a coven.
Precisely.
Well, there's 2. There could be more. So.
Yep.
And you might as well just eradicate the whole town then. And
1 witch is a witch. 2 is a coven.
Or if you find more, to convert them to the shadow.
You're right in the sense that they often take children to do so. Adults usually too far along, but
Right.
they can make ripe sacrifices for the shadow. And that's not a metaphorical thing. There is blood that regularly flows in the temples of shadow. So,
So if you're not
You guys-
a sacrifice, you're part of the banquet hall.
yeah. Orc army's got to eat. What
That's right.
do you guys wish to do then?
Sneak out
Stay
while we
off the
can. Yeah.
menu.
Yeah.
Stay off the menu.
So how do you wish to do that?
Take the trails in the fields. See if we can make a break for the woods.
Yeah, sounds good. We keep keep down, like kind of crouch.
There's
Make our way
a few trenches and ditches that run right near the growths of plants that we could use to shield ourselves from the side of whatever it is, if we time it right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye out. Once that thing, I wonder if what I would like to do, if it's possible, I guess is how I'll put it, is watch the shadow, like try to like spot the shadow, see if it's doing a pattern of some kind, to know when it's at its farthest, the point of that pattern, and that's when we take
When you
off.
break for it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's above us, we got to stop in the cornfields because we don't want the corn moving for it to see the path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even the wind as we're moving through, like from our bodies, like waving any of the stalks or anything, we got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, and carefully navigating a lance through the cornfield will likewise.
Just drag it behind me. It's
Okay. So then I think what we'll do, guys, is I was looking through. Give me one more moment. I might have a kind of devil's bargain here for one of you.
Okay. I'm always up for that.
Don't ask George. He'll just say yes.
Yeah, I already say yes, whatever it is.
Okay.
I do wish that this game, they had at one point I wish they had produced a GM screen.
Yes, I would definitely go for that. Although, you know what, I think I mentioned this before, but one of the useful things, we've got the little handout that's in there, which is pretty good. But I've got printed my one-page thing with all the NPC scores. In Fantasy
that's
Craft,
awesome.
Yeah, Fantasy Craft, it's only in one. Hold on, maybe is it two? Hold up. Maybe it's two. It's either one or two. I think maybe it's one. In any event, it's one. No, it's one for this. I think Spycraft is the one where it's two, and it's spread across a wider area. But yeah, that thing is really handy to have because especially if you're improvising an encounter or something like that, very easy to eyeball numbers just using knowing how you calculate health or hit points or whatnot too. It's awesome, and even like when you're converting stuff from 3.5 or Pathfinder 1 stuff. This is invaluable because you're constantly referencing it to get the stats for the things. It's really, really good.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's cool.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to whisper one of you.
If you sacrifice one of the sorcerers, I'll let you go free. Oh, okay.
Huh. And he wrote that to me, so that's the interesting part. Let me think. No.
You don't have to be faster than the bad guy. You just got to be faster than your friends.
That's right.
At least if you're Shane in The Walking Dead. We'll have to make Walking Dead references while we're playing in a terrible evil place like this.
Yeah.
I mean, Walking Dead plus original trilogy Star Wars plus Lord of the Rings when Sauron wins. It's cool. I don't think we have a game that on the channel where it's been this sort of structure of the setting where it's like, oh man, like the second you step out of line, you're fucked.
Yeah. The setting, one aspect of the setting for our PF1 game we were playing had that. It was the campaign was started like 200 years in the past and then ended up 200 years in the future, and things were fucked. And it was a matter of, we never really got to spend a lot of time in that, or much, if any time.
I was just thinking of that when George mentioned it. I was man, I miss being that dwarf.
Yeah.
That was the, what's the name of the
P6.
Yeah. P6, yeah.
So, I have whispered the player with their conundrum and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Could
Interesting.
be. Could be. Very, very, very
like,
old then, but yeah.
This is like Clue. Like, who did it with what and where? I'm not typing anything.
It's incredible how George can talk and look around and type at the same time. It's amazing.
Actually, I have the chat on a screen over here, so every once in a while I'm checking in.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
what is it, John?
No comment.
So this thing is circling overhead, seemingly mindful that you guys are in the Vale farmhouse, at least what remains of it. What are you guys intending on doing?
Well, making a break for it as soon as we think it's the best time. At least Adrian is.
Who is going to do so first?
Well, I know the paths, so I should lead the way.
Okay. So I think that will be a sneak check then.
Yeah.
And Dave, what do you think? I was thinking Layla would be second and I would bring up the rear, or do you want to do it the opposite way?
I think Layla would want to keep you guys in front of her.
Okay, cool.
Nat 20.
Oh, nice.
You want to spend an action die, make that a crit.
I will do so.
Okay.
Mostly because that's one of the few skills I am not trained in.
Nice.
Wow. This is your game, John. It is true.
All right, so what do we see as you make your way effortlessly into the field?
It's just like he knows this like it's the back of his hand. He's been running through this particular gully and whatnot, evading his, bullies or his parents trying to find him in the middle of the day or trying to get away from his chores. So he knows exactly where to go, where to place his feet, and it's just, he doesn't even leave the stalks moving as he darts by.
So I was going to set this up as a complex task, which is sort of like a skill challenge, something similar to that. But honestly, with that, I think we'll just treat it like it's a team check. What you'll get for your action point is we'll take it as a team check, which means one of you rolls for the entire group.
Oh,
so as far as your sneak goes, Edrin is the one who's like, go, 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 go. And he leads you off to sort of the deepest part to sneak through. Edrin leads, then Kane follows. Layla, you were last out the door.
Amazing.
Okay. You guys make your way through the field. You have no way of seeing. The downside to throwing yourself into a cornfield is just that you are constantly, shit hitting you in the face. You got the rows between the stalks. That's, of course, the most easily, the part that's easiest to see. So you're having to make your way along, and the Vales need to make as much productive use of their field as they can because the tithes are growing larger every year. What's the last thing we see, guys, before you reach the edge of the field and then making your way northward towards the woods, that lie north of town?
I think you see the tip of the lance poking out from the edge of the corn rows and pushing it aside and even peeking his head out there and looking for this bird thing. And then not seeing it, he darts out.
Okay.
I think I've been following second, and I actually have like one hand out in front of me, kind of holding on to Adrian, and because I'm looking back, I'm like the whole way, wherever there's open space, I'm trying to see what that thing is.
Okay. So give us a notice check, please.
Alrighty.
Actually, I think that what's more concerning is you remaining hidden. You're gonna be able to see this thing in the sky, so like
Okay.
you don't need to worry about that.
Okay. So sneak.
Yeah, the reason I'm pausing, I'm just trying to think if it might be blend. I think blend is normally only in with
crowds or something
yeah,
like that.
with
It's a charisma based.
it's a social thing.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I smartly trained myself in both.
No, blend is subconsciously avoiding attention, whereas sneak is actively avoiding attention. So,
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
yeah. So, give us a sneak check, please.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Pretty good at that.
18?
Too. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let me make a check for these guys.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean these guys? Yeah. Oh, do you mean John and Dave? I hope you mean John and Dave.
Let's see. Wow, that high, huh? I mean, sorry, was that a... forgive me, guys.
Yeah.
So, are you satisfied with that result?
Hell no.
You get a +2 to your roll if you
Don't forget. Thanks for the reminder, John. I'm tracking an action. Subtracting an action. Oh god damn it!
Hold on, I think I can control Z and bring you back.
It doesn't count as an initiative tracker.
I rolled so well that I disappeared.
You broke your meter too. You're at like +1.
I know exactly. Well, that's what I'm trying to delete. Was that? Okay, here we go. 24. Here we go.
+2.
Okay, so 21. Yeah, okay. And oh, sorry, +2. Yep, thank you. 23. So desperate.
So what you can see is this creature. For one, it does not see you, or at least does not give things. But it does seem to be its spiral is widening.
Okay. Yep. I'm not gonna say anything yet. I'm gonna wait till we're but yeah, I'm taking that note of that.
Yeah, and you're quite like you've managed to do an incredible job of keeping yourself hidden, but you can almost see that as this thing is spiraling, its head is arcing back and forth, and it is. You've heard, I think, of legends of such large things. Would that this was on the ground, this thing may be the size of like a good sized workhorse, but it is a bird of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
An almost like naked neck that leads up to a hideous face, opaque eyes, and a strange shaped beak. And it swirls around, but its eyes, though opaque, seem to move back and forth as it's sensing or studying the ground. I think you have very little doubt that this is an Asterax.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna save all that information. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't know if Asteraxis is plural or Asteraxis is singular.
That is a good question.
It might be the same. It's like moose.
Yeah. No, that's meese, Kevin. What are you talking about?
Moose? Yeah, what is it? Goose, geese, moose, moose. Get it? English is easy.
It's so easy.
Mouse, mice, house, houses. Get it?
They called them mooses
Perfect.
in Alaska.
Is that actually true, John?
Well, that's what I called them when I lived in Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
But I was like 7.
Maybe
So.
Oh, well, okay.
I think
I feel like that
Astraxis
explains
is
it.
the plural and singular. So it's moose. The moose
Oh,
rule.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
So
okay.
the Astraxis seems to be, it is no doubt in your mind that that's what this thing is. Something is definitely hunting. So,
All right.
Layla, you're making your way through the field and you sort of bump into where, not bump into literally, but like you come upon Kane. Idrin has made his way into the field, but Kane seems to be, hiding as much as he can within the corn stalks and is looking up at the sky at this thing.
I think she's like, tells him, doesn't say anything, but she's like, move, go.
And like I think, literally stopped for that moment when all this is like in recognition is happening, and then she says like, woke me out of it. I'm like, and I head off, following Idrin.
So we'll pick up back at camp once again. Layla, do you have anything in your hand?
What do you mean?
If you wish to not, that's totally fine. But this does seem to be a moment of...
Yeah, so we're in the camp, and yeah, I think we're all kind of like looking around and wondering what's going on, and she's probably got the little figurine, and she's kind of like not rolling it between her finger, but she's like, no, it's good. It's just a little figurine of a shepherdess.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Kane and Idrin can each give us a knowledge check.
Bad George. Bad George.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
And-
Knowledge.
Yeah, you can give us a knowledge
Yeah.
check. And
I missed it.
Yeah.
Did John have a Theris done? Did he join the club?
No,
He has a
George's,
Nox.
acrylic. Yeah, Nox the unexpected. Okay, you said knowledge check for.
knowledge check. So if you have, let's just see what you roll. I don't know if 1 or
Okay.
2 points are going to
Yeah,
be
one
good.
made. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a moment to find what I'm looking for. So this is why I do want to stick with the core setting book here before I go, because I want to learn sort of where shit is, so I know where to find it.
Yeah.
What I'm looking for. There's a lot in this book as well too, which is really, really nice.
That's cool. I'm reticent to really look into it yet, into the book itself, because I want to, like you said, learn as we go.
Yeah.
But the book is, I wanted to pick it up because there was only one copy.
Let me tell you what. There's a suggestion for what you can read and cannot read. Maybe I'll share that with you guys. Yeah, because that way, because there is a lot of great stuff that's in here that would just be background knowledge
cool.
for your characters, just how things, how things work.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Just give me a moment. I'll find what I'm looking for here. Sorry for the.
That's all right. I was going to look up how long my last Noble Knight shipment arrived.
It depends on the shipping method, at least to Canada. And remember, if it's coming by FedEx, you can arrange to have it delivered at a later date. Because I've had to do that when I've been in the PEG.
How, Dave? How is the shipping from Noble Knight to Canada usually pretty expensive?
Not too bad, but it's like the free international shipping's not a huge, like, you got to spend a lot. It's $2.99 US to get free shipping.
Right. That's a lot.
Yeah, and if you don't have
but
what I want, like, now I'm looking at buying stuff just to fill that gap. That's not making.
yeah,
Yeah,
they know what they're doing.
I can't remember. It might have been a Dark Eye purchase that filled out. The last time they had that thing was when I was filling out some Dark Eye collection, and that justified a bunch of shit from them.
Yeah.
But it's different when you don't have a specific, like, oh, I want to get caught up on X game.
Right.
So what
Now,
Ooh, anyone spending action die on their knowledge checks?
Oh, John's like, hey, mine keeps going.
I've been pretty lucky so far.
I was gonna say, like, mine are not. So I feel like I'm gonna let John make every roll in the game.
There you go. That's a 20. So what you can see, what Layla is looking at is it appears to be, so there are different for the time that before it's the time since the Sundering, which is basically like any there is a sort of knowledge of the gods called the Silent Ones, the gods that were from before the Sundering, but really it's the elves that had the most pronounced relationship with those. But there are spirits of varying powers and things that were trapped in this world at the time of the Sundering that are almost as effective as gods. Like one of the sources of magical power you can have in the setting is effectively spirit channeling. So it's powerful spirits that inhabit the world. And these can be in all sorts of, like any kind of animistic belief that you can think of in our real world is something you may find a spirit in this world. That doesn't mean they're always going to be there, but they can be. For instance, in the Elven Woods, there's one massive spirit that is sort of a conglomeration of other smaller past elves that acts as a whispering information network for the elves. So when things come in, and in addition, they've bound themselves to other powerful spirits that will swallow invading armies in brambles or other things like that. And locations can have powerful spirits as well that are venerated and have devotion given to them just as if they were gods. What Layla cradles in her hands is one such object, or an object at least, in devotion to one such lesser spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was the shepherdess?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Idrin, you didn't know that. I don't think you knew Layla had that.
No.
So.
It's interesting.
So we were talking before the break about how Layla would bring up the journey to Colne.
Yeah.
Vern is missing. You've given the indication with the tried and true apple and corn technique, so he knows precisely where to find you guys.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you wish to wait here? What is the plan for tomorrow? That is going to be your first hurdle.
Well, I'm imagining this world night is the worst time to travel, with all the things out there that you can't see. So
the Fel are most active in the evening because they can see when living things cannot. There are bandits. There are beasts.
Figure we hunker down till first light and then get out of here as fast as we can.
I think that's our only viable choice. What do you think, Layla?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good plan.
We set off at first light then?
Yeah.
Maximize our travel time.
And you think you know how to get there, or we just travel west until we... Is it along the road? I know we don't want to travel necessarily on the road, but if we follow the course of the road, does that take us to Colne?
If you follow the King's Road, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where it is, or I've never been there. I just know of it.
There are communities. There are no doubt communities between here and there. Who knows what? You may know the name of the next community over and what to expect there.
Okay. Okay, cool. So at least we can find some kind of landmarks along the way, or places where we can stop and find out some more information about
Yeah.
which direction. Yeah.
I thought the road would be dangerous because of the shadow army and people aren't normally traveling, so we don't want to be obvious travelers. If we
I
can
agree.
bushwhack through the forest or alongside the road, even if it's just high grass or something like that, and keep down and stay out of sight, we've got a better chance of just going unnoticed.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
One thing I will mention as well, you guys did not look to see which direction the legates went from your town.
Right.
Right.
We didn't search for their tracks to figure out where they went. Shit.
And that's one of those, just with the revelations you found.
Can I change the scene by spending an action point?
It would take you several action points to do that, but you could.
Define several.
Let's take a look here. That's what
We used 3 earlier to change the autumnness.
Well, that was to give an opportunity for a place for you guys to hide. So that's how I sort of judged that.
Yeah.
For this,
how many action dice to get Crypto to show up?
I mean, do you really want to have Crypto as an Asteraxis?
No shit. No. I scratch that.
So I think while Kev's figuring that out, I think Layla she's like, so if you haven't cast any spells, the creature can't find you? Like you don't normally, you're not easily seen? How does that work?
That is my understanding of how they hunt. Things could change over time, but so far, from what I have seen, they have some ability to sense the presence of magic, or even the lingering presence.
What do you mean lingering?
Sort of remains. I don't know how to put it because I don't know much about it myself, but sort of remains in the air for some time after you have woven a spell.
And it depends on how potent the magic is. The more powerful it is, the more substantial the scent is. It's not.
So if something is not very strong or big, then it's not something to worry about?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think you should worry about any time you cast any sort of magic, but it is less. I will put it in the reverse. It is more likely for them to find you the greater the magic is.
What if you're not casting magic?
My understanding is that they cannot follow people who are capable of wielding magic. It's only if you actually are engaged in the use of magic. And I believe maybe they things that are magic in and of themselves, like an object.
So like tossing a stone into a pond, it causes ripples and they can trace that.
And the range at which they can track it is directly related to how potent the magic is. The ripples, as you put it, they'll go further the more powerful, the larger the rock is.
It's like a spider in a web.
If it's a small stone and it doesn't do a lot, then that would be not so dangerous.
Well, let me ask you a question.
She opens her hand,
Yeah.
and she shows you the figurine of the shepherdess.
You have answered my question before I asked. I assume this piece is magical, or this means that you have the ability to wield some sort of magic yourself.
I don't have, but this I had forgotten. Is just something of my mother's, and I have noticed it. Just it's got that small little ability that it can do thing once in a while.
Layla, someone is approaching from the south, outside the reach of the firelight.
She stuffs her figurine in her pocket and she goes, "Somebody from the south," and quickly just tries to hide into the shadows.
Okay. if you want to run it, so each of you will have an opportunity to do something. Let's say like a round's worth of actions, if you wish, between when she says that and whatever happens next.
Okay.
Stand
I'm
up.
gonna cast 2 spells.
Nice.
Let's stand up and get
Go
my
ahead, John.
lance ready.
Okay. So you stand up.
I'm gonna do what?
Yeah,
Okay.
ready would be what?
Half action.
Half action. It's one action to, or half action to ready a weapon.
Yes.
Okay.
I was looking at that.
Okay. And then standing up, I guess. Edwin, you said, or Edrin?
Yeah, to stand up and then ready the weapon.
Okay. Layla, you're standing and
Trying to hide.
trying to hide. Okay. Give us a sneak check. And Kane, what are you doing?
I'm doing the same as Layla.
I'm going to spend an action point on the sneak check.
Okay. You can always decide that afterwards. Action die can always be spent after you see the result. Because if you roll an error, you action die doesn't allow you to re-roll.
Well, actually, unless you're a practice sneak. Well, you just get the action die back.
Yeah, and again, like that's also where you would roll it afterwards. Like if you rolled and you failed, you could spend an action die to try and get a success. If you fail again, you get your action die back.
Okay, that's what it is. If
That's
it
the way
still
that
fails.
works. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's really, it honestly is my absolute favorite way to use narrative metacurrency. No, never, wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, so Layla got a 17, Kane got a 20, and I believe...
Yeah.
It's the... What are your 2 skills where you always will succeed unless you get an error, Layla? I think your class has one of those features. I need to get your character sheets printed between now and...
I think it's the Hand of Death one. If I fail a blend or resolve check and don't suffer an error, I still succeed as long as the DC...
That's
blah,
what I'm
blah,
thinking of. Yeah. Okay. So did
And
you
hard
want to spend an
secret.
action die as well, Layla?
That's a D4 exploding?
D4 exclamation mark, correct.
I don't get a +2. That's just Kane, right?
Just Kane because of one of his origin features.
Adrian does too, but there's also origin.
2. Okay, so that's a 19 then. All right, so Kane and Layla sort of stumble off, and Idrin, you were the one who is sort of up and in the light still, and you can see something moving, and it's 2 figures that are shambling their way forward.
Shambling.
And I'll show you.
Shambling is
Just like, regular humans, they shamble around.
Just regular people at the Corn and Apple Fest.
You think you can all hear
Oh, man.
someone is speaking.
I swear they are this way. I can smell the fire.
And another voice.
Are you certain? I'm not sure if...
And then they break, and Idrin, Layla, and Kane, you can see them.
halflings. Oh, old man.
Nope.
And a woman.
Okay.
And you would all recognize them.
Oh.
She's been in some movies. I think she was in Harry Potter.
She's not that old.
So this is Toras, the cobbler from your village.
Mm.
And given his age, he learned from someone that predates the last age.
Oh, wow.
So extraordinarily well trained. Someone who would have been able to travel and learn. And Masha, his wife. As he steps out, he looks at you.
Idrin, fail!
And you can see the two of them are just fucking drenched. And he says,
In what?
water.
Okay.
They're wet. Yeah.
Blood? They're drenched in blood.
Yeah. Ah! So they look at you and say,
I knew it was you.
Hurrah, Matcha. Get by the fire before you freeze your bones to death.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, young lad. You survived. We thought we saw you. Where's your brother? Your sister?
Survive is not a word I would use. I wasn't there when it happened.
No. And this is Matcha, who steps forward towards you. Kind of, you have your spear in your hand, right?
Yes.
She sort of pushes the spear aside and puts her hand on one of your forearms that's on the spear. And she says, your parents lost?
The only sign I saw of my family was blood at the farmstead. I don't know their fates, but I do not dare think of it.
Taurus says, the legates took them all.
How did you escape their slaughter?
Looks at one another. We hid in the pond. As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth. Wait, is it just you? I thought we heard voices as we approached. And Matcha looks down. There's, I think, at least 2 backpacks, right? One for Idrin, one for Layla.
Yeah, I've got one.
Shit, yeah.
Matcha looks up. Your companion's out.
They are. The forest is not safe.
Oh. It is a miracle we found our way to you.
Say, come, sit by the fire. I'll stand watch.
Well, Layla and Kane, what are you guys doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Dave, what are you doing?
Okay. She's going to circle around to make sure that it's just the 2 of them
Okay.
within kind of eyesight of the fire, and then circle back to the camp. So she'll probably be a couple minutes.
Okay. And Kane?
I'm going to remain in hiding, but I'm going to draw my long knife.
Okay.
I don't trust these people.
Idrin has known these people pretty much his entire life.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't mean he should trust them. So.
Yeah. So they come and sit down. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. They both have quite large cloaks over them, or blankets that have been repurposed. And then Matcha stumbles as she's trying to sit down, and I am going to spend a couple points here. You actually drop your lance to try and catch her.
Yeah, I was going to say he was going to try to do that anyway. So.
Yeah. So I'll give you the benefit of draining some of my action die for the purpose of that.
So yeah, let him spend the dice.
And she says, "Oh, thank you, young man. Thank you. It has been such a long journey. I am so tired.
Well.
And so very hungry."
And let me quickly put some tokens down here. As
hungry for all people.
Reminder, guys, if you see a only a blue bar, they are a standard character.
Oh, right.
Not special.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you see a red and a blue bar, that person is a special character. So look at these two. What a lovely couple, eh? My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Likeable, old cobbler.
Yeah.
Truly,
I mean, just the value of his ability, like from so long ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me... Right. I'm having to spin. Uh-oh. Blue bar and red bar on each of them.
Damn.
No.
So let's roll now. Hold on. There is an actual ambush rules here, so she may have some sneak attack die.
Okay.
Here. So let me make the ambush check here. Page 83. Here we go. Ambush. Oh no, normally it takes 1 minute. They would have had time. Target the character's notice, search, or sense motive. Go ahead and give us your dealer's choice. Notice, search, or sense motive there, Idrin. And you're wanting to beat my 15. 15.
I got a 6.
You're trained in notice, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you wish to spend an action die, or you're getting ambushed?
I'll spend it.
Okay.
Who knows if
Nice.
Hell yeah. Everyone should have an
Advantage
action die too, which means I get an action die.
All right.
Come on, don't fail me now.
Come on.
There you go.
What is going
Nice.
on?
Unfortunately, it's a 14 that is one less than what you needed.
Oh no.
So then, a surprise round happens then, where they don't, which is 203. Each combatant who is aware of one here, it's one free action, one half action, or one full action this round. But you can't break it into two different ones. Okay, so she is going to grab you, I think.
Yeah.
So that they've been married a very long time. They're the kind of thing who want to do things for each other. She's going to hold you so that her hubby, Toras, can eat you.
Posed athletics checks. Okay, fun.
Okay. So, grapple. No size modifier difference here, so it's just opposed athletics check. Please go ahead and try and beat my 17.
It's not considered an attack, is it? So. Oh, get
Nice.
off me, woman.
Do you want to roll a trigger a crit?
Yes, I will spend one trigger the crit and like hurl her away from me.
Nice.
Well,
Like,
Oh man. Awesome.
if you're going to hurl her away, I don't think you can do that with one.
okay.
What you can do is make her flat-footed.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Like I said, I go to help her with my arm. She like tries to seize on me and yank me, but my other hand knocks her hand away and she stumbles.
Okay. He is just simply going to try and devour you.
Oh, man.
And he... that is a 21.
Yeah, I think that's gonna hit.
Yeah. Okay. Then... It is... How much damage does it do?
DR1.
All right, so this will be to your vitality. That is 4 points of damage to your vitality. And then, guys, let's roll
DR
some...
-1.
Sorry?
DR -1.
I
I got
trying to remember.
armor.
I
Yeah,
think armor applies against everything, not just wounds.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yes. Oh no, this is. I can't remember if it's AP. It's not AP, but it is. Sorry, I rolled good enough to actually trigger its threat range, so I'm going to spend 1. So that's actually 4 points to your wounds.
Oh, so red bar. Got it.
Red bar. And you're fatigued 1 now because you've taken damage to your wounds. And actually, it's only 3, right? Because you're right, the DR does apply. But you're fatigued now, so you can trigger your fatigue thing. I don't think that automatically calculates. We just need to remember it's -1 to like strength, dex, and whatever else checks. Okay, but let's roll some initiative, guys.
Where's fatigue?
All right.
There it is, fatigue 1.
I can't remember if you need to click on your token or not.
I clicked mine just in case. So.
Okay. Great. I really love the initiative system in this game, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's a 21 and a 12. Okay.
Turn the light on for me.
Remember, you can spend action die on initiative if you choose.
Yeah, I was just thinking that,
I've
John.
got one left.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, nice, Dave.
Why not? Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, you got a lot.
I'm last. Okay, I'm last.
One. Okay. Then it is... I should... Hold on. These people have names. So I should have names on their character sheets. And their names are Taurus.
Rhymes with Horus.
Yep.
You know, is a
Mhm.
heretic, traitor, bastard.
That's true.
Hey, he was
That's
a
right.
hero of the Imperium.
Yeah, until he
That's
turned on his father and his brothers and started a war to set the galaxy on fire.
Wow, that is, you know, but, you know, who among us have not made some errors in judgment, right?
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
I've done the same kind of thing all the time.
Yeah, totally. All right, so it is Taurus's turn first. He liked the taste. So he is going to...
Magically delicious.
You are magically delicious. So he's going to try and bite you once again. That's a miss.
Oh, man. Good.
Second bite is a miss as well. Oh, but you know what? I'm going to spend an action die because I got a ton of them.
Right before the yes, I'm spending a bunch of points.
Yeah, sorry. Let's
Right.
see here. Nope, still a miss. Hold on. Does an 11 hit you?
Does not.
Okay, nice. Then it is Idrin's turn. What are you doing?
Alrighty. We're gonna do a little bit of mixing it up.
Okay.
I have not tricked anyone yet, so I get a +3 on my acrobatics check
Okay.
to his opposed acrobatics.
Okay.
Gonna knock him on his butt.
You're going to try to knock him on his butt.
Right.
Okay. I got a
26.
16. No, I got a +2. I got a 18.
26.
26. Nice. So that is a success. He is sprawled.
So
Okay.
you see Adrian, he basically dips low and sweeps the guy's leg out from under him, and with his other action, he scoops up his lance and wields it.
Okay. Right, there's no attacks of opportunity in this game. Kane, what are you doing?
First thing I'm doing is I'm going to use a half action to move up to I don't know which one's closer, but Taurus, ideally. It
They're
seems-
both on Idrin.
The horse is prone or sprawled.
Okay, yeah, okay.
He's not prone, he's
all right, well,
sprawled. Prone is a condition only player characters get.
I will go up to. I'm going up to Taurus. So it's just picking him.
Okay.
And then my other half action is going to make an attack with my long knife. But my question is, which I'd already drawn previously.
Yep.
For some reason, I forgot to ask you this earlier. But when I finished up the character, I've got a -4 penalty for attacking with my long knife, and I cannot figure out why that's the case.
Do you have it set as Forte?
Well, that's what I couldn't find.
It's in the block.
Yeah.
Under
Under
above
initiative,
armor.
under initiative to the right, weapon proficiency.
Oh, it's so.
there you go.
Oh,
Set it.
oh,
There you go.
oh, thank you.
So
That's where it is. I was looking all over underneath the long knife block.
yeah,
Okay,
you should
great.
have a net.
Thank you very much.
A net of +1.
+1.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right, and hold on. He's
All right,
sprawled. Let me just
Oh, sorry.
refresh my. I'm just gonna refresh my memory on the condition.
Yep, great.
Okay. Yeah, he's flat-footed, and he is -2 with his attack check. So go ahead, and whenever you're ready.
Okay, I got a 17.
17. That is a hit. Yeah, that's a hit.
Alrighty.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. Okay, here it comes.
Now,
6.
because of the nature of these creatures, by the by, your threat ranges are reduced by 1. They have something called monstrous defense. But 6 damage, though. Okay, do they have... I don't think they've got any DR, though. They do not. Okay,
Awesome.
so you hack at him. All right. Then it is Masha's turn. Looks at you, and there is a feral look in her eyes as she sees you, Kane, and she says, "The lurker!" Ah! And surges at you.
Yeah.
So that'll be, I think it's a 13 to hit.
It's me.
Hits you, okay. Not a crit. So if you do have
Okay,
DR,
that's good.
you can apply
I do not.
3 points of damage from her first bite.
Okay. That is just
And-
regular vitality, right?
Then she's going to try and grab you because she wants to keep gnawing on
Okay.
you. So let's make this
Yeah.
it's a contested athletics check. I got a 22.
All right, let's see what I get here. Not trained, one way unskilled. Oh!
I'm going to
Now you get him.
trigger an
I'll spend an
error.
action die. Just kidding.
Yeah, so
I can't even.
as she grabs you, your grip on your knife falters and it knocks out of your hands. So
Okay, awesome.
then it is Layla's turn.
She hears the scuffle and runs back to camp. How far is she?
I think your one half action to get in is sufficient.
Okay. And she'll move to help Kane with
Matcha?
Matcha.
Okay.
And adopting a stance is a half action too, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So I used my whole move to get in there. Now can I
Use
do
a half action to move in. Yeah, and you still have one more half action to do.
Okay. I think she'll take a stabby at Matcha and worry about her stance later.
Okay. So let's see here.
You forgot about me, did you, Matcha?
Yeah, so I did not know about you. Yeah, go ahead. Nice. So, but it reduces the fucking threat range by 1. So that could have been a crit.
It could have been a crit, but my threat range is normally 19. Now it's only 20.
Correct.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage though. 2. Okay. Fortunately, they have no DR. All
That's
right.
good.
Then it is Taurus's turn. So he needs one action to reposition. And then he will try and bite Edrin once again.
Because you have teeth, old man.
Okay. Hungry, he says. That is a 15.
It hits.
Hits. That is 4 points of damage. Your DR will apply.
So 3 to vitality, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, and then it is Idrin's turn. We done.
Okay, counting down my rounds till I get a bonus again. And okay, old man, I'm going to stab him with my lance.
Okay.
19 because I'm fatigued.
Because you're fatigued. 19 is a hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
6.
6 damage. Okay. Just making sure one thing here. Okay. 6 points of damage. Yeah. So you batter him off from where he was biting your forearm, and you manage to get a slash in on him. You have one more half action.
I'm going to attempt to distract him.
Okay.
Actually, no, that won't work. I got to go before him before that happens. I'll just attack him again.
Okay, go ahead.
This would be the best option. Oof, I'm going to boost that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And
Your
because my
last action point.
But my soldier
Yeah.
ability lets me roll 2 dice when I boost an attack roll.
Yeah.
Ooh,
20,
Okay.
21
my God.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
What the heck?
9.
9 damage.
Whoa.
Okay. Go. All right. Then it is Kane's turn. You
Okay.
are currently
First-
grappled.
Yes. So first thing I'm going to do is spend an action die to boost my defense.
Nice. Okay.
Here we go. All right, fine.
For
It's
one round. Okay.
Okay. Then that's free, thankfully. I would like to break the grapple. I'm assuming that's an
you have
opposed
the
athletics
held-
again.
You have the held condition. You
Okay.
make an opposed athletics check to escape the hold.
Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna try. See what happens.
Okay.
Oh God! You would like to make an error,
I'm just going to make sure they didn't get an error as well.
Well, you can
I'm down to
trigger
only a
one
few.
for me.
Yeah, because I can make it pinned. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I
Well,
need
I
it for
think we're
some
both
rolls
happy
here.
about that decision.
All right, so you are thrashing around to.
Yep.
Let's see here. It doesn't say in held whether that is. Okay, you may take no non-free actions except an opposing athletics check to escape the hold.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't. It's a full round action to try and get out. Okay, so Kane is struggling to try and get out. It is then Matcha's turn. Whew.
She's gonna bite your neck, man.
I'm sure
She's going to actually try and dry you to the ground to pin you.
Oh man.
Another contested athletics check, please.
Alrighty.
She got a 19.
Here, George, you can have my
Oh
luck.
God.
Here.
Yeah, please. I don't think it's gonna work though, John, but I appreciate it. Oh, it worked.
Nice! There you go.
You want to? What can he spend an action point to like trigger that?
Yes, he can. And what I'll say is, if you want to spend 2 action die,
Yeah.
let me think.
Throw
here.
into the fire.
If you want to spend 2, we'll throw into the fire. Spend 1, and you'll escape being held on top of winning this contested check.
I will do that. So that way I'll be free and still have 2 action dice left.
Okay.
For my
So
next
you
turn.
throw her off. Ah!
Hey, George,
Yeah.
my luck's back. You can't have it.
I know.
Okay.
You
So
can have it back. I
then-
appreciate the lending it.
That was
Straighten
her full action. Layla, what are you doing?
Okay, so I just want to make sure I understand this. So, Wicked Dance, one-handed melee attacks inflict 2 additional dice sneak attack damage.
So sneak attack, you need to be against someone that's flat-footed.
Oh, okay.
Kind of things, but it does. I think it's 1d6 extra damage, and I think with sneak attack dice you can use them once per round. Let me take a look here.
But she's no longer grappling. I thought maybe while she was grappling that would be considered flat-footed, but she's
Yeah.
tossed.
So you can use them to augment the damage of any standard attack or coup de grace made against a flat-footed, flanked, or helpless target. So yeah, you can
Okay.
use them all at once.
Is he flanking with George or Kane?
He is not. Flanking is. Hold up. I think it is a. Oh no! You just stand on opposite sides. So if you flanked, and that would put you in a position where you could do sneak attack damage. Layla.
Okay, can I take a 5-foot step because I don't have a move? Take a 5.
Remember, there's no tax opportunity in this game.
Yeah, but so if I go into Wicked Dance step,
But you do get a 3
Stance.
foot. The 5 foot step is a thing in this game. George found that
Yeah.
when we played.
right, and it says right
Yeah, if
there,
you don't
I
take-
can-
Yeah,
I may
if you
not
take
take move
any
actions.
movement. Yeah, you get to still
a
move
5-foot
5
step.
feet.
Yep.
So can I go into Wicked Dance step and Wicked Dance stance and then take a 5-foot step and be in flanking? Am I
I'm
close
fine with
enough?
that. Yep.
'Cause I just attacked her last round, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'll go into the stance. Now, how do you want to do like the additional damages and stuff? Do you want to just because there's the other thing, the Heart Seeker, which is kind of always going on.
Which is Heartseeker.
Like my base attack bonus here. I'll copy it, paste it, put it in the chat. My base attack bonus is considered my career level when I'm attacking a special character, so it doesn't happen against like the minions. But
what I would suggest is add a separate weapon, and it is adjust the difference between your level and your base attack bonus.
okay, so I could just
So you get +1 to hit and an extra 2d6 damage if you hit.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
okay.
Although they're not coterminous, like there are times when the Heartseeker may not, but the sneak attack damage may not apply. We'll just roll 2d6 extra damage afterwards.
Okay.
Because we got to roll your damage separately on a hit anyway.
So for simplicity, now just gonna put my base attack bonus to 1 for this attack.
Correct. Don't put your base attack bonus for 1. Just add a +1 miscellaneous modifier. It uses your base attack for everything else on the sheet.
Okay,
So that's why I was suggesting
+1.
use the difference between your level and your base attack.
Okay, so +1 miscellaneous modifier to attack. Okay, here we go. Oh, that talk missed.
You could action die that.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Do it. Wow.
No.
Even
Man,
with the
that's the second time in a row, I think.
Unfortunately, not quite good enough. Boy, that was a lot of setup for that too.
Yeah, jeez.
Okay, but we're good to go for the next one.
That's preparation for the next turn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just understanding the rules. Just understanding the rules.
Taurus.
That's right.
Taurus is going to grapple Edrin once again. So Edrin, I got a 26.
Jeez. 14.
So you are held.
Right.
Okay.
And he whispers at you,
Your sister was just a snack.
and Edrin, what are you doing? You're held, so you have to try and escape.
I can't pummel
What's your
him.
rage bonus?
Nope, the only action you can take is when you're held is to try and escape.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll try to tap action escape.
No, it's a full action, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I had to do that last turn.
Oh, it sucks.
That's why I held this
I only
awesome.
rolled a 13, though.
Oh, come on, John.
There you go!
Can somebody spend a point to activate that for me? I'm
Nope.
gonna throw him in the fire.
Nope.
Oh, dang it.
You can only
Oh,
spend
damn it.
action die for yourself, unfortunately.
Look, you're already getting natural 20s and rolling, exploding dice. You're doing fine.
All right, so Adrian, you managed to shake yourself free. Kane, what are you doing? You're free once again, but you are without your knife.
Exactly. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spend an action die to boost my defense.
Okay.
So here we go, because that's a free thing, and I just got to make sure I stay alive. Oh, okay, fine, 2 rounds.
2 rounds? Okay.
All right, now I'll take I think maybe it's a half action to go to get the knife, or what do you think? Or
Yeah, half action to collect a knife.
Okay, great. Sure. So I'll take a half action to get the knife, and am I still close enough to attack Matcha?
I think so, yep.
Okay, great. Then I shall do so.
I mean, I'm shocked you would attack an old lady. A helpless.
Oh, I even if I would attack her.
And one who's hungry, too. Come on.
I'm a thief. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a sorcerer. Come on. Here we go.
She is flat-footed.
It doesn't matter. Let me see. Just doing some math. Nah, not worth
We
spending.
have 7 minutes left in the
remaining
session.
action
You
die.
can't take those action die with
Nah,
you.
that's true. Here we go.
Here you go, George.
Although
comes the
you do
action die.
have a second die. Oh, no, you don't. This is your only, because you had to pick up the knife.
No, yeah, exactly. Here we go. Oh,
7
get
is
some John
a
luck.
12. That
Two
actually,
from his
because
bonus.
she's flat-footed, that actually hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes, okay, here we go. 5 points of damage.
Ah, you nasty young man.
Or
Matcha.
die more.
Her head kind of snaps to the side.
Help! Taurus, another comes. Run!
And she sprints. And she is like sped up film kind of awkward fast, whoa, where she just fucking races into the darkness, laughing. We'll eat later.
Oh no,
Layla.
this ain't good.
I was all ready to do some knifing, but she ran off. So
Like this guy.
yeah, I think she's gonna. I don't know. Is he within 5 feet?
Not within 5 feet.
No. Okay, so I'll move into position to flank him with Edrin
Okay.
and stabby.
All right,
Which
come on,
means you're
Dave.
out of. Remember, you're out of that
Ah.
stance in.
Oh, does he lose his stance if he moves?
He loses stance if he moves more than 5 feet.
That's
Oh yeah, that's right.
It didn't matter, actually. It seems like, unfortunately.
But here we go. You might actually hit though.
But you have action dice. Oh,
That is like 3 ones on
I
action
know.
dice.
It's brutal.
yep.
Holy shit, Dave! You know they don't explode in the other direction. You can roll 4 if you like.
Oh,
Just so you
it's only. I thought ones and fours. I thought
Yeah, I
ones
mean,
and
technically
fours
it
were-
technically, they don't implode, Dave, because then you would get.
All right, then Taurus likewise says, "Coming, wife." And he turns and leaps, kind of like walk. He grabs a tree, looks back at you, and and throws himself into the darkness. You can hear Taurus and Matcha cackling away in the blackness.
Oh my god, that's not good.
And guys, that's where we're gonna have to leave our session.
With something coming.
another one comes.
no.
Wait, did Vern catch
She
up
said
to
something's
us?
coming. I don't know, but something's coming.
Oh yeah, you guys never answered my question as to whether or not my little trinket was gonna.
Well, I was about to when we were so rude.
Yeah. So sadly,
fun.
I left. I'm left with 2 action die. So I guess I would have. You know what I'll do is I'll. No, I wouldn't have done anything with that. Awesome. So guys, this brings us to the end of our first proper session of Fantasy Craft Midnight. I'll figure out what XP you guys are going to gain from today because it's one of those things where I could probably track it during the session and award at end, but there's a lot of things. What I found when I read this before is that there are times where on the fly I will just not use certain abilities that the monsters have because it just is like manifestly unfair or would just make for a more difficult encounter. That means I just need to do some math with the XP calculations. I want to do the XP calculations as they're written in the game to try see how they're doing at first, and then if we need to shift to something else like milestone or something like that, we can do that. But rules as written, it seems like it would take a very long time for us to play with every 2 weeks for you to be capping out at max. So
I see. Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Then for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our first proper session of Fantasy Craft Midnight. I was saying FC Midnight, but that just sounds like an edgy football team.
Soccer team.
So yeah, exactly. You know,
Right.
Fußball spielen. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. I will say that PDF versions of both Fantasy Craft and Midnight are available on Drive-Thru RPG. I can't remember what the Fantasy Craft one, but the Midnight one is actually pretty cheap too. It's like, I think like $13 or something like that for an older core book setting kind of thing. That seems cheap, and each of the source books are like $6 American. So yeah, like the PDFs are really reasonably priced, although it does show up relatively often as a humble bundle too.
Oh, that's cool.
In addition, there's a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server where we have a channel dedicated to assorted games and to 3.5 games. I've been posting stuff there. I will post the character sheets for the characters from this campaign into the 3.5 channel. We also have channels dedicated to most of the games and campaigns we run on the channel, as well as Find a Group, GM discussion, virtual tabletop chat, video game chat. There's a really helpful, knowledgeable, and friendly community over there. You're more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games, which we've mentioned a couple of times through the stream. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America, like Fantasy Craft and like Midnight 2nd Edition. I think 2 of us got our copies of Midnight 2nd Edition from Noble Knight Games. And they are the preeminent union. I mentioned that already. Not only do they have an incredible selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. And if they don't have something in stock that you're looking for, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. If you make a purchase of $10 or more through the website, be sure to enter the code NOBLEMUSER, listed in the description of the video, all caps, all one word. It'll save you 10% on any purchase of $10 or more. That will expire on October 15, 2025. So if you're listening to this after that date, come back to one of our more recent videos and you'll see what the current discount code is. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our crafty players. So John, Dave, and George, thank you so much for playing today. That was an enormous amount of fun. And thank you to John, who figured out how to clear up the character sheet so that if you're playing this on Roll20 at the time of recording, there is a background image that makes it almost unusable. John has figured out a way to add a blocker for the image in it so that the sheets are perfectly legible now.
Firefox, otherwise you're SOL.
Oh yeah, fair dues.
Yeah.
But we will be back in the woods north of this town to see where Taurus and Matcha have gone and what has caused them to retreat for now. Well, you guys would know, because only vitality damage has been done, this is sort of the like dancing back and forth. You really haven't actually landed a square hit, but you're getting closer to getting it. They, on the other hand, have drawn and tasted blood. Yeah. But we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes in Eridane are experiencing. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.